Thibodeau or Thibodeau?
Tibbs?
Tibbs.
I don't know.
All the way. I love
Either
the pick for
way.
them. I love it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
it doesn't help Daniel Jones any. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option today. So.
they don't. Man, Brian Dable don't want a dang thing to do with Daniel Jones.
He don't want to give him no help.
No, he don't want a dang thing. He wants to get Daniel Jones out of town. He wants to get his own quarterback. Yeah. He wants to pair this guy with Azeez Ojulari and just have a monster pass rush for his new rookie quarterback next year. That's what he wants.
There's going to be plenty on the board.
Yeah. So, like, man, they could have gone. It was either that or tackle. Offensive tackle was the only other guy that made sense there.
I hope Devin Lloyd keeps falling because Cowboys have been linked to moving to like between 10 to 15 if a certain guy falls. I don't know who that certain guy is, but if it's Evan Neal, I would be more than happy to move up for him.
What if it's Kyle Hamilton?
Not so much. It's just I wouldn't be too thrilled about giving up a lot of picks in this draft for safety.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm with you. It's hard to draft safety that high, but
yeah, it's like for me, it's Evan Neal, Charles Cross, Chris Olave. It would have been Derek Stingley, but he surprisingly went to the Texans.
Yeah, so, shockingly, man. What's Carolina about to do here, though?
Are they getting a quarterback?
I think they want Pickett. I just don't know if they want him here.
They took a corner last year. I don't know what they do here. How's their offensive line look?
Man, so let me check my notes here. So, offensive line, yeah, Cam Irving at left tackle. Probably could use a replacement. Brady Christensen going into his second year at left guard. He struggled last year, but he's going into his second year. So you're talking left tackle or left guard if you're going O-line for them. Because at right tackle, they got Taylor Moton, I think is how you say it. Yeah. He's solid. Bradley Bozeman, they just signed to play center. Austin Corbett, they just signed to play right guard. So you're going left guard or left tackle. If you're willing to give up on Brady Christensen after 1 year, you can. But, like, you're not going to take a guard this early either, though.
They got Cam Irving for a couple more years, don't they, though?
Do they? I'm not even sure what his situation is contract-wise. I just know he's been underwhelming.
I mean, I think they would have loved to get Gardner or Stingley and just Or did they sign Stephon Gilmore long-term, or was that just a half-year deal?
No, that was just a half-year deal. So, like, they got J.C. Horn, they got Dante Jackson, they got C.J. Henderson. They don't need a corner that bad.
I forgot.
Assuming C.J. Henderson can become something. But they could have used
trade back. They need to trade back here.
Yeah. I mean, so I think they're on the phones right now, I would figure. That or, like, wide receiver. Really, you got to go offensive left tackle and toss Cam Irving, or you go wide receiver because Robbie Anderson is getting the hell out of Carolina one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, wide receiver do you take here? Jamison Williams? Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, I'd take Garrett Wilson, I think. But I make more money if they take Jamison Williams. So
I need Drake London to go after number 10. I need Drake London to fall.
I think he's going to fall. So at my book, there was I sent it to you because we used the same book last week. There was a day where Garrett Wilson was like plus 120 and Jamison Williams was like plus 180. So I just hammered both of them because I can't lose money. One of those two is going to be the first off the board.
Unless Drake London goes to the Jets.
Unless someone just shocks me and jumps in and takes Drake London.
Yeah. I just hope Drake London doesn't fall too far because that's another player the Cowboys have been linked to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to give up capital for him.
So
on my lap, that's okay.
I forgot that Ikwanu's still on the board. They're gonna if they can't trade, they're gonna take Ikwanu. Now that I think about it a little. They need a left tackle. They're gonna take Ikwanu. That's my bet.
Ikwanu or Neal?
See, so I'm curious about Neal. It sounds like Neal had some knee issues that are scaring away teams. Because
they made the pick.
I've been saying for a week or like the last week or so, like I don't understand why Kwanu's above Evan Neal because they have the same upside, but Evan Neal's just closer to it.
Yeah.
So why would he not be higher? I think it's that knee that's starting to get rumors now. It's got to be it. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Could be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's quarterback here.
Really? You think they go Pickett? Matt Rule reunites with his long-lost recruit?
Ritter.
Just shocking the world at Drew Ritter.
Drew
Desmond Ritter, not Drew.
I always say Drew Ritter as well.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter.
Our long-lost buddy.
Shout out to Drew Ritter if you're watching.
Shout out Drew Ritter.
Man, if they take Pickett here, I'm going to be just... I hope it happens just because I want chaos. Because a run on quarterbacks might happen if they take Pickett here.
Yeah.
I don't think Ritter's getting out of the first round.
I would love to see Ritter go here. That's the ultimate chaos move. Because then somebody's like, oh, I thought if a quarterback won, it was going to be Willis or Pickett. And also have a very profitable bet for Ritter to be the first quarterback. So,
dude, so the Panthers got to nail this. They don't have another pick till 111. Or no, not 137. 137. They don't have another pick.
Because they traded for Sam Darnold.
And C.J. Henderson. And someone else, I think. They gave up a lot of picks for not a lot of talent.
Yeah, C.J. Henderson might be good.
Maybe.
There it is.
Ekwonu. Call it Ikem, I-K-E-M, Ekwonu. So there's got to be something up with Evan Neal's knee that teams are struggling to look past. That's the only reason I think Ekwonu would go ahead of him.
Yeah. I don't know, unless I just liked him more. But
yeah.
I mean,
my thing with that is just like their upside is so similar. Like,
but did Evan Neal play the lead role of Pongo the dog in high school's rendition of the musical 101 Dalmatians?
If Carolina is drafting based on these guys' ability to play a musical, to be in a musical, they're the only team doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Giants are back on the board.
Yep, Giants are back. Let's talk about Ekwonu for a minute, though. So, no analyst I looked at had this guy outside the top 12. His lowest ranking was 12. I mean, they got a good player here. He needs to get better at pass pro, but I mean, there's no reason to believe he won't. He just hasn't played a lot in it. He's a violent run blocker, former wrestler, which you'd love to see, or I love to see. Just a freak athletically. He needs to put on a little weight, but honestly, his strength is so good. Who cares? 310's a little light for offensive tackle, but
he's got the frame to put on more.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of strength. I mean, strength is one of his biggest strengths, so to say. Just an absolute freak. I mean, you look at his comps, Jason Peters, Kelechi Osemele, like, those are some impressive names to be up there with.
So I guess was our definitely not made up fun fact actually true on this one?
This is one of the 3 true ones.
Because I just saw that he was dancing around in a Pongo, and I was like, oh, well, this one's actually true.
They're not all made up. All but 3 are made up. You can decide which ones.
I'll let you you guess which ones.
His dad played college basketball and went on to become a doctor, like a medical doctor. His mother was a high school track star. For anyone watching, this is our draft guide that we're showing you. You can go onto our website, download it, save a copy for yourself. It's got links to everything you could ever need. It's got disgusting amount of information in it. It's got a ton going for it. I'm curious if Carolina puts him at tackle or guard.
I bet they put him at guard for a year and then swing him out, let him put some weight on, get some NFL experience right away. That would be my guess. I bet they tried so hard to trade out of that pick.
Yeah, I think they wanted Pickett.
I
don't think they wanted Pickett there.
I think they wanted to trade back for Pickett. And
That's what I mean.
A second-round pick.
Yeah. But no one wants to move into top 10 this year. It's not a excellent top. I mean, I think it's a good top 10. It just doesn't have quarterbacks, so no one wants to move up.
Yeah. Giants pick.
So, what are the Giants going to do here? So
they took Thibodeau.
Yeah, they took Thibodeau. They got to go Evan Neal. This is going to work out for them real nice.
Yeah, I mean, you would think they'll go Evan Neal. But
if they go Cross, that means Evan Neal's knee is just a mess.
Yeah. Or if they go crazy and go receiver here.
Maybe. I mean, so they've got some receivers. No one top of the line though.
They took a tackle last year in the top 10?
2 years ago. Andrew Thomas they took, and
is he not good?
No, he's been awful.
Remember.
He's been awful.
Well, he was
so
also
I was reading a story.
Rated. He was like the 5th highest rated, and they took him first tackle off the board with a bunch of really good tackles on the board. So I mean, even if they take a tackle here, Andrew Thomas is still going to start. Like, they got Matt Pert starting at right tackle, who's not good. Yeah.
Thomas is just either going to move to the right side or whoever they take will play the right side. But he ain't starting.
Yeah. I mean,
Evan Neal.
There it is.
For everyone out there watching it, the Shaving Points podcast just nailed that.
Easy. Evan Neal.
Easy as Sunday morning.
I hope his knee's not messed up.
Easy like Sunday morning.
I hope his knee's not messed up, but if it is, as a Cowboys fan,
you're glad he's a Giant.
I'm glad he's a Giant, and he's going to make a lot of money getting picked in the top 10. Good luck to young man.
So this is a real interesting spot with Atlanta. They could
I've heard Jamison Williams all week for them.
They could go Williams. I mean, they could go Jermaine Johnson. No, I don't think anyone would tell them it was a bad pick. There's a lot of ways they can go here, man. This is one of the biggest wild cards of the top 10 of the first round, I think.
Nothing so far has been too terribly crazy. So
I am utterly shocked that Derek Stingley went before Sauce.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like top 10 goes, like nobody's really gone so far that you're just like, what? Like, yeah, it was startling.
Let's talk a little Evan Neal here. So no analyst out of the 13 that I looked at had him ranked lower than 8th on the total big board. This guy's pro ready. He's a house. He is straight up. He's a house. He's like,
he just went at 7.
6'8", 340 pounds. Got good length. He's explosive. He can move in space. He can move, get lateral and get out on go hit a reach block.
Has great feet. Has big old boots.
Yeah, good technique too. I mean,
good.
You don't find guys like this. As long as his knee's good, this guy's going to be a stud.
That's what they say. But he is also going to New York, and that field is cursed.
That's true. So Evan Neal's dad played linebacker at Tulane, and he has 2 uncles who played 6+ years in the NFL. And also, he sleeps in Dickies coveralls. It's a promise he made to his grandfather. It's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I sleep in Dickies coveralls as well just because they're so comfortable. But I never promised my grandfather that. So
hey, no free advertising.
Just coveralls. Actually, they're not that bad.
Like, look at this guy does not look 350 pounds.
No, he does not. He's an absolute unit out there, and I wish him all the best in life, and I hope that he's mediocre at best on the football field.
Yeah. So, man, I hope Atlanta goes Malik here. I think that would be sick if they went Malik here.
Yeah, that I need wide receivers to start falling, and that's going to cause chaos if wide receivers start falling.
See, I need receivers to just end up available late because I need guys pushed down to 39. I got a long wait.
I think the run on whenever it happens is going to happen, but the closer it gets to 24, and the Cowboys have already talked about moving up, I would love to trade up for a receiver that's not Drake London.
Yeah.
That's going to be the most disappointing thing of tonight is if the Cowboys trade up for Drake London. If he somehow falls in their lap, I'll be okay with it. But
I don't know. There's a point where it's like Drake London is really good value. It's just a question of when that point is.
At 24, he's great value. Anytime before then, no.
Put a lot of thought in those numbers.
Yeah, I've been studying it all week, been studying the numbers, and that is where he is most valuable. That's what the trade chart says.
I'm torn on London because, like, I love big body, go up and get it receivers, but it's not where the NFL's at right now. You know, it's not valuable like it once was.
Yeah, I mean, he's either going to be Corey Davis or Megatron. There's not a whole lot of in between.
Yeah.
And if he's Megatron, then absolutely home run still. And if he's not, then you have a guy that's going to get you 65 catches, 800 yards, and touchdowns.
He's not going to be Megatron.
Nobody's Megatron.
Exactly. No, like that's just an unfair comparison.
But
absolutely unfair.
We haven't seen any other big body receiver do anything. I mean, I guess Odell's the closest thing we've seen.
I mean, he could be Allen Robinson. He could be Amari Cooper. Like, there's guys out there who win with size more than in technique. I mean, I guess he's not that big. And I guess Robinson isn't either. But, like, I feel like Mike Evans is an unfair one, too, to throw out there as well. But Alshon Jeffrey.
But all
there you go. Old. The pick is in.
Drake London.
It's Drake London.
Oh, man.
I just lost both my bets because the Falcons are idiots.
I lost my bet on Drake London going over 10.5.
I should have known that the Falcons were going to ruin this for me because they ruin every bet in existence.
Hey, maybe Jamison Williams will slide now. Him, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. Nobody wants them. They're all trash. Keep falling.
I hope, man, as a Bears fan who needs Justin Fields to get some receivers, I sure hope.
So as much as we've talked bad about Drake London, I don't think he's going to be bad. I think he's going to be just fine in the NFL. But
I don't know if he'll ever live up to the billing.
Hard to translate, and they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I just don't know if he'll ever live up to the billing of this pick,
especially going this high. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
now that
Marcus Mariota is going to throw him darts.
Yeah, and they already have a big body tight end, so it's like, I don't know. They're going all in on big body receivers.
I cannot believe they didn't take Jamison Williams or Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that's shocking. But so does Seattle get Malik Willis here?
They might. So let's talk a little Drake London, though. Look at this chart here. He is very tall. He is, what is that, 6'4"?
I thought he was closer to 6'6".
Well, it depends. If you're looking on the college website, probably, but according to the combine, he's 6'4".
6'4". That's not as bad as I thought it was.
Physical receiver. He's got some wiggle to him.
Got some speed.
Yeah. He's had some speed, but I don't know. He didn't test, and I don't feel like on film he's a guy who really blows you away with speed that much. He's shifty. He's definitely shifty in his route running, but I don't know how much yak he's going to get running away from guys.
He was having a monster season before he got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, he can dominate the contested catches and go up and get it. And I think he can separate with his route run because of that wiggle he's got. But I don't know if he's going to be running by that many guys.
Yeah.
He's going to. God, Atlanta's not a good fit for him.
No. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I think it's shocking. I mean, I would have. If you give me my.
Well, then again, I guess Arthur Smith is a good fit for him, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, I mean, the same Arthur Smith that couldn't do anything with Corey Davis. Like,
that's true. Hey, he did that one year.
I mean,
so
what was Corey Davis's best year? 80 catches and over 1,000 yards. Like,
yeah, across from AJ Brown.
I mean, I still don't.
I say it's a good fit because they can run slow developing stuff downfield. Like Drake London isn't going to be a quick hitter downfield. He's going to take time to get open downfield. And that's why it's a good fit because Arthur Smith's offense will create that stuff. They are going to pound the rock. They're going to do play action. They're going to give you time to get downfield, to get 10, 15 yards down there before the ball's out.
Who are they going to pound the rock with?
I don't know. I just know it's their offense.
I don't know. They should have gone safe and taken Charles Cross and went on with it.
I mean, they should have taken Malik Willis. That's what they should have done.
Malik Willis. I mean, yeah, they have a good history with fast quarterbacks that have rockets for arms. Like,
yeah, Matt Ryan is the perfect example.
Yeah, just their best player in franchise history. Guy that thinks it ended best, but
guy ran like a sub 5-second 40. What an athlete!
I mean, he probably would have stretched for a while to run under a 5.
Yeah, I know.
All right, he's not fast. He is not fast. If you give him 5-second head start, he might run under a 5.
Yeah, 10 seconds, 40 yards. I could see it.
Yeah. Maybe.
So, man, what's the play for Seattle here?
I don't know. Malik Willis. I mean, so Drew Lock is the forever like bridge quarterback. I guess he's just gonna fill that role for every team in the NFL at this point. So if you have a guy that can start for a year and you can go get a guy like Malik Willis on a team that's not very good right now, that you can slowly start building up, Malik Willis is the clear-cut number 1 overall choice here. But if you are delusional and you think you can win now, you go get a Jamison Williams or I don't know what.
Can they use a Jamison Williams? They run 2 receiver sets half the time, and do they need another receiver with DK and Lockett? And they drafted a guy last year.
I think DK is going to be the trade.
Maybe if they're going to trade him, that can make sense. So let me read you their quarterback depth chart because in my notes I have this as the all great potential team of quarterbacks: Drew Lock, Geno Smith, and Jacob Eason. It's just like 3 different guys who teams were like, we can change them.
Yeah, so get Malik Willis in there. You'll have the most potential out of any quarterback room in the NFL.
So Charles Cross could make sense. I don't know if he fits what Seattle does, but they just really need some offensive tackle help. They got Stone Forsythe and Brandon Shell there.
They need everything except linebacker because they have a top 5 linebacker in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they really need some corner help, some edge rusher help, but there's not really a guy here for that. Like, maybe take Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson he'd be a top 10 pick.
I mean, is it too early?
Talents there.
Is it too early for McDuffie? I love McDuffie, but
maybe Cupcake. Can you switch this to the big board? Let's take a look at where Trent McDuffie is. So
on your big board, he is 16.
Down, yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, his average ranking is 17, and The expert
I
ranking
love
is
McDuffie.
11.
He's another guy that I thought I think he's going to go a lot earlier than 16. But he's a guy, if he starts falling and the Cowboys get him, I'll be absolutely thrilled.
So the expert ranking big board, or the weighted rank, he's 11, which makes a lot of sense at 9. Like, I mean, you can't complain with getting the 11th best player at 9. And that's based on the analysts who have done the best at ranking each position. So, like, he's a cornerback. His average rank is 11 based on the analysts who do the best at looking at cornerbacks. Boo, Roger Goodell. No one likes you. Go home. Go back to your chair and eat more candy. Charles Cross. Man,
what a beast. He's been linked to the Cowboys. I like him a lot. SEC guy.
I just don't know.
I got to let my dogs out.
Yeah, I just don't know how much he fits Seattle's offense if they're gonna really be running the ball and like they're not gonna. I mean, they weren't pass heavy with Russ. Why would they be pass heavy with Drew Lock? You know, I mean, I hope they start Drew Lock this year because I'll bet every game against the spread against them because the number one rule of gambling is always bet against Mike Glennon, Drew Lock. There's a few other quarterbacks on that list. I can't remember who they are. But so looking at Charles Cross, his worst rank on the big boards was number 22. Best was number 3. Average was 8th. Got solid size, about average, really a little below average on weight, but really good length. He has 34.5-inch arms. Comes in a little more than a half inch above the average, and big hands. He's got mitts. Frame is just ideal for the position, and he knows how to use that length. He punches with good timing, has strong hand placement, light on his feet. He can move his feet well. He's quick with them, and he can mirror. He can mirror the edge rushers and his opponents. Pass protection isn't the problem with him. He's a very natural pass protector. He's just very good at it. He has all the athletic traits for it, and he's experienced at it. Coming out of Mississippi State, where Mike Leach was running the air raid. I mean, it's something that he has really gotten a lot of experience doing and excelled with. The thing, which is why I'm not sure if he's a fit in Seattle, is that he lacks experience run blocking.
Yeah, they want to run the ball.
Yeah, and Pete Carroll runs the football. I mean, they had a really good quarterback, and they kept running the football. What are they going to do with Drew Lock at quarterback? They're going to run the hell out of the football.
Yeah, and Mississippi State had one of the best running backs in the nation, and they didn't run the ball well, even though Mike Leach doesn't run the ball. But you should have been able to run for Kyron Williams should have been Kylan Williams. He should have been able to run for well over 1,500 yards, and Mike Leach actually tried quite a bit to run the ball, and they just couldn't get it done. You need O-line. You need O-line. You need a tackle. He's the best player on the board for that position. Like I said, unless you go defensive back or wide receiver, but they just have so many holes. They got to start somewhere.
Yeah. You know what? I bet you they took him because Pete Carroll's a big fan of the subreddit r Screaming Fish.
Oh, and they love him on that subreddit. I was on there earlier.
He's a moderator.
Oh, is he really? No, that makes sense. They've been hyping him up for weeks.
So Reddit users hate the moderators, but they love this guy.
Yeah. He's like their king. They all bow to him. But Charles Cross going to Seattle.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad pick. Like, I don't think you don't pick a guy because you're going to pass the football, or you're not going to pass the football that much. Like, pass protection is hard to find. It's just odd for a team to keep saying they're winning. They're still in a winning window.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how much longer is Pete Carroll going to be there? I mean, if a new coach is coming in soon-ish, I mean, Pete Carroll's in the 70s. They don't have a quarterback.
This makes me think this was a front office pick, and Pete Carroll is not going to be there that much longer. That's what I feel from this pick.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Pete Carroll was going to be gone this year. I thought he was going back to USC, if anything. But yeah, I mean, it's a pick where you're kind of just punting to the future. You're taking the best player available, a player that should age well, and on a very bad team that it don't really matter.
So now we got the Jets back on the clock.
The Jets, they got Sauce first time.
Yeah, they took Sauce.
So their draft is going very well right now.
So,
my God, they still have Garrett Wilson on the board.
Yeah, they get Garrett Wilson
and say Williams, Jamison Williams. I have a bottle of Jamison Williams in my fridge.
They are running to the podium for one of those two receivers right now, whichever one they prefer.
Their pick was in about 2 seconds after the clock started.
They are so happy that they get the wide receiver. They've been trying to get every wide receiver in the league, like anyone who would answer the phone.
Is it Garrett Wilson or Jamison Williams?
I think it's Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson it is.
It's Ohio State.
Well, it's too bad he's going to go play with not Justin Fields, but good for him.
Yeah, I was really thinking y'all might be able to snag him at 39, but it goes a little early.
You got to have hope. You got to have hope.
Hey, Jamison Williams is still there for you.
Yeah.
Chris Olave is still there for you. You just need one of them to post a video.
Don't even put the thought in the Bears' head that Chris Olave could fall to them. Just don't even joke about it. It's not happening. We all want it to happen, but it's not happening.
Nah,
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah.
So
Garrett Wilson, what a beast! Like the fact that Garrett Wilson is the second receiver off the board, he falls to 10, goes after Drake London, is absolutely insane. And now Washington football team just gets Jamison Williams fall in their lap. This is not good. This is not good for Cowboys fans.
So Garrett Wilson, worst rank was 26, but average rank was 9. So there's only like one guy who had him outside the top 12, probably. Athletic. This dude ran a 4.38 40. About average agility, which the agility testing is always kind of tough, I feel like, because some guys just don't train it that heavily. I feel like he's a little more agile than he tested. But big old hands, got good length, little light. Probably needs to get a little sand in the pants. But this guy's body control is just outstanding. He makes adjustments in the air that just blow you away. His stop start, his route running, his change of direction. I mean, he just leaves people looking like fools. And he knows how to do it, too. It's not just that he can do it. He knows how to do it. He has that basketball one-on-one type shake that he can leave defenders in the dust. And he's got good hands. Sometimes if longer corners can get into his frame, impress, and kind of bully him a little. And he doesn't always have a clear plan as to what he's doing. He does a little too much freestyling in his routes sometimes, which is something that I think you kind of, when you're taking the guy who has that one-on-one basketball type skill, like that, you're always going to have that issue.
Him and Gardner in practice is going to make for some hell of a battles.
Wait, did we just have a trade?
Yep. The Saints are now on the clock, traded up to 11. The Saints. What are
they're taking Malik.
The Saints traded up earlier this week, or last week, to get into the first round. And now they've traded up with Washington. You think it's Malik Willis?
Do we see? It's got to be.
Score through. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, have we seen what the compensation was?
No, I have my TV muted. I could probably find out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Was Minnesota always 13, or did they trade up too?
Minnesota was 13.
Okay.
Or 12, I guess. 12.
12, yeah.
So, man.
Schefter hasn't tweeted once during the draft. Is he not?
I mean, I wonder if New Orleans gave up both first-round picks here.
Did they have two?
Yeah, they traded up for one. They traded, like, next year's pick for one. That's what made everyone think they were going to trade up in the first place. They got to be going for Malik. You don't give up. You don't give up that capital for anything but a quarterback. And if you're doing it for Pickett, Lord help you. Like, I hope Pickett does well in the NFL, but I'm not optimistic.
So Schefter's just not tweeting the NFL draft?
I guess not.
Was he suspended or something?
I have no idea.
Huh.
I mean,
I guess they don't want him tipping picks anymore. I know they talked about that, but you'd think he'd be all over that trade as soon as it happened.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back to the trade when it gets announced. So we already put Malik Willis up here. Let's just talk a little bit about him.
He's fast. He's got a cannon of an arm. Sean Payton's not there anymore. That kind of sucks for him.
The same offense coordinator, though.
But they do have two quarterbacks on there that can run the offense until he's ready, because he is considered a project.
Yeah. I mean, you're betting on athletic traits on upside with Willis. He's got the upside.
The closest comp.
Go ahead.
I was going to say his closest comp is Kyler Murray, and if he gets anywhere close to that level and can stay healthy, then it's a hell of a pick getting him at 11.
See, I actually don't like the Murray comp that much. I think Josh Allen is a bit closer. Like,
he's
Murray
tiny,
is too fast for that comp. Like, Willis is fast. I just don't think he's Kyler fast.
I mean, the rumors are that he runs like a 4.3, and the only reason why he didn't want to run at his pro day or the combine was because he didn't want anybody talking to him about switching positions.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it. I mean, that's just what I saw on all the Auburn fans like going off on, is coming into college he was running 4.35, 4.38 before transferring to Liberty.
Okay. Well, then if not Josh Allen, Jay Cutler / Jalen Hurts.
Michael Vick.
Like a combination of those two. No. Vick is too fast. Or was too fast.
He's still fast. I don't know. I mean, he's tiny. I like the Kyler brought. I mean, he might not be as fast as Kyler, but he's definitely similar size and has a cannon of an arm.
I just think Murray's like, maybe not even his speed, but his acceleration and his ability to just like take one step and be at top speed is like, it's just different. It's hard for me to comp anyone to that.
Yeah, but Josh Allen's also the size of a linebacker that will run people over, and Malik Willis ain't doing that. So it's like,
hey, I changed it to Jay Cutler / Jalen Hurts. Jay Cutler's arm on Jalen Hurts' legs.
Jalen Hurts also squats 700 pounds.
Do you know for a fact that Malik Willis does not?
I would be willing to bet. I haven't been doing very good with bets lately, but I'd be willing to make that bet.
So, Malik Willis once ate 3 boxes of Apple Jacks in a single sitting. With milk.
It says once did it, but what he failed to mention is that's an every Tuesday thing.
That's his secret.
Yeah. I do love me some Apple Jacks, though.
Absolutely.
Very underrated cereal.
It's one of the best, man. One of the absolute best. So Roger Goodell's doing like some speech thing. He's just getting booed out of the stadium right now.
That's every time he goes on stage.
Yeah, I know.
So
Willis, his big weakness is really just it's the mechanics, it's the technical stuff, his footwork, pocket presence. Don't know if he can read the field that well yet.
Is this Chris Olave right here?
No, it's Tony Gonzalez. Oh wait, you think they traded up for Olave?
I think so. I just saw something on Twitter about it, but
no, it can't be. There's no way they gotta have a lot of faith in Jameis if they're trading up for Olave.
I'm seeing a third and a fourth was what they traded for him.
Do you know pick numbers?
No. Trade up. It's definitely Chris Olave though.
What? Why?
I mean, I still haven't seen it on the screen yet, but I'm seeing everything on Twitter saying.
I mean, I love me some Chris Olave. Don't get me wrong.
They traded the number 16, number 98, and number 120. Okay. 16, 98, 120 for Chris Olave. We'll see. Let's see.
That's a lot. That is a lot of picks.
They're still talking. There's a lot of people talking about this pick. Let's see if it's right. Twitter seems to think they know. I don't know why. I haven't seen anybody tip the pick.
That was for this pick 11, right?
Yeah. That means Ohio State goes back-to-back on receiver.
Yeah, it would. That'd be pretty impressive, actually.
Unfortunate for the Bears.
Okay, Cupcake, can you cut to the trade sheet? I'm a Fruity Pebbles guy myself. Well, Gabriel, you are incorrect. Applejacks win.
Gabriel Medellin. Chris Olave, yes, sir.
I cannot believe they just went Chris Olave there. They got a lot of faith in Jameis, man. That is bold.
Maybe they just try to make Michael Thomas happy. They're like, let us go get you a friend from Ohio State.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cupcake, can you swap to that trade value chart for us on here? Yeah, here we go. So we got New Orleans giving up the 16, 90, and 120th pick for the 11th pick. Let's see. I got one of these a little wrong. Let's see if I can fix it. Boom. There we go. So, according to the Jimmy Johnson trade chart, this was fairly fair, but Washington won the trade. According to Rich Hill, it was very fair, and Washington barely won. According to the Spielberger-Fitzgerald chart and the Harvard chart, the Saints just got whooped in this trade. I'm leaning towards the back half of those, Spielberger, Fitzgerald, and the Harvard chart, that they gave up a lot to move up for this. I mean, if it was Willis, I could get it more, because you got conviction on a quarterback. Makes sense. But did we get another trade?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Detroit's on the clock at 12 right now.
That's got to be a quarterback, you'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah, another trade. Shit's getting wild.
Oh man, this is getting a lot to keep up with. Okay, Cupcake, can we flip back to the player reports, please? Thank you very much. So we got Detroit on the board now. They just made a trade. Man. I mean, they got to be coming up for Willis. Got to.
Maybe. Okay. Vikings trade 12 and 46 to the Lions for 32, 34, and 66. And you're not going to believe it. It's for Jamison Williams.
No.
I don't know if this is true. I see.
No.
This guy has 600,000 followers.
It sounds pretty reliable. So, like, I mean, they need receiver. Like, I mean, they got Amon-Ra St. Brown in the slot. They got DJ Chark on the outside on a 1-year deal, and he has
giving
not
up 32,
stayed healthy.
34, and 66. That means they got to love Jared Goff.
Yeah. I don't know, though.
I mean, Jamison Williams is still there. Jamison Williams.
He is.
The 4th wide receiver off the board at 12. Man.
Like, Lions' biggest needs are quarterback, cornerback, and linebacker, and wide receiver. But they don't need a wide receiver. They have a pretty full stable of receivers. They're just not anything special outside of maybe Amon-Ra.
Yeah, but maybe Jared Goff is the truth. I mean, he did go to the Super Bowl.
He did.
And they have Aiden Hutchinson. They have Jamison Williams. They have Amon-Ra St. Brown. They have Jared Goff. So they're not taking a quarterback unless they trade back up. But giving up 32 and 34,
you got to be taking a quarterback. There was a lot of smoke about them loving Willis and consider him at 2. The fact that he's available at 12 just makes a lot of sense for them to go get him.
We'll see.
They got the picks.
It seems everything on Twitter is saying Jamison Williams.
Man, that would be shocking, man. Just shocking. But then again, they didn't give up any picks for next year either, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So, little fact about Chris Olave here. He's actually the 3rd cousin of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen by marriage.
They're very, very tight-knit family, Chris Olave and the Olsen twins.
Yep.
But not the 3rd Olsen sister that's in all the Marvel movies.
They're excommunicated.
Kate and Ashley. Yeah. All right, here it is. You think it's Willis?
I mean, Twitter's telling me I'm wrong. I think it should be Willis. Jamison Williams. Man.
Oof. And now it's starting to get wild.
Also known as Jamo. Jamo. I like Jamo better.
Hey, we were talking about receivers making a run. What is that, 3 straight?
Yep.
Because Atlanta went Drake London. Do you think those run on receivers happens if they don't take Drake London at 6 or whatever it was?
If they take Garrett Wilson, I don't think this happens. I think that threw everybody off. Yeah, and everybody freaked out because they're like, our number 1 and 2 guys are still available and one of them shouldn't be.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know what Washington was thinking passing on him. And I guess Minnesota doesn't need a receiver, but
yeah, I mean, so Minnesota was in a tough spot. I mean, they needed a corner, and there was no corner.
Yeah,
I mean, they could have taken like Booth or McDuffie, but like
they could. But Minnesota only went back to 16, so they could still very well get.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Jayton's Philadelphia Eagles on the clock.
Don't you ever insult me like that.
I knew you'd like that.
So, the future bust of the NFL is coming up.
Watch, they'll probably take like Jahan Dotson or something.
Oh, man. I kind of like him for the Cowboys, but only in the perfect situation. But watch him take Lewis Seen here.
Dude, Karlaftis would be sick for them here.
I don't agree. I think they need to go get one of those great punters that everybody keeps talking about.
Yeah, some Matt Ariza.
Yeah, he is really good. I mean,
he is really good. Jermaine Johnson is like, they could use Jermaine Johnson.
Special teams is a third of the game, 33%. So, I mean, if they can win at special teams, they only have to figure out offense or defense from there.
Yeah. Wait, so Philly moved up for this? Man, trades are going wild.
Philly traded up too?
Yeah, because this is the Minnesota pick.
No, Detroit
I think,
was Minnesota
right?
pick. Detroit was Minnesota
was it?
pick.
Okay, then I'm getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They were after the Minnesota pick. Okay. So they could really use a safety. They got Anthony Harris back there, who's been a major disappointment for them. Kayvon Wallace, who's a second-year guy, but he's more of a box safety.
There's a really good safety on the board. They can go get Kyle Hamilton here.
He was not expected to be here this long. So
Kyle Hamilton at 13?
He's not even on the board of targets because he just wasn't expected to be here.
Oh, man.
We got some Fruity Pebbles debates going on here. Fruity Pebbles or Apple Jacks?
I'll take Cinnamon Toast Crunch all day.
Dude, cupcake coming in hot with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I'll take Cinnamon Toast Crunch all day.
Yeah, I think that might be the right answer.
The only person I don't want to see here is Jordan Davis.
Did they? What were they just showing? Never mind. Don't matter. I thought they were showing Lewis Seen, like shaking everyone's hands. I was like, they did not just take Lewis Seen, number 13.
I was joking about that a second ago. I hope they take Lewis Seen 13.
So they got Kayvon Wallace across from Anthony Harris at safety. Wallace he's a young guy. They're not going to give up on him yet, but if they want to replace Anthony Harris, Kyle Hamilton's there.
Yeah.
They could use some corner depth, but they got big play Slay. They got Zach McPherson, former Texas Tech Red Raider, who was a huge, very good surprise for them last year.
Yeah.
I'm sure that burns you up, Jayton, but
I know. I mean, for me right now, it's anybody but Jordan Davis. I do not want to play against Jordan Davis 2 times a year for the next 5 to 6 years.
I've been thinking for a while that they would go middle linebacker with one of their 2 picks, just because they've had such an issue at linebacker for the last 4 years, 5 years.
Devin Lloyd goes right here? Or you think they wait on that?
I think they can wait on Lloyd. I think it's going to be Kyle Hamilton.
Think Kyle Hamilton?
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning. So on Jamison Williams, he is an expert yodeler.
He is, just like that kid that was on the Old Town Road song.
Yeah.
He's just taking the Walmarts.
So let's talk a little on him. His speed is ridiculous. This dude takes the top off the defense.
Would have won the national championship if he didn't tear his ACL, probably.
Yeah. Tore his ACL in the college football playoff. He's thin.
Tore his ACL
but
in the
he's
SEC
fast,
championship.
man. Oh, I'm sorry. The SEC championship. He's a good route runner. Loose hips, oily hips. I mean, he can
if it wasn't for his
shake guys very well.
If it wasn't for his ACL, he'd have been my top wide receiver on the board.
Yeah, I think he would have been top on most people's boards. I mean, honestly, I thought there was a debate that he was top. Still,
he was my 2. I mean, I like Chris Olave the best. He was my number 2 with Garrett Wilson 3.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't think there was any wrong way to do the order of the top 3 except Drake London made number 1, and that's what happened. So
yeah. Man, I cannot believe the Lions went up for him they gotta like Goff more than I realize. I mean, you've been telling me that for a while, but that just proved it to me.
What's not to like about the GOAT, Jared Goff?
A lot.
You seen him throw a football?
Hey, don't get me wrong. He has as electric of an arm as anybody. It's more about what's up here that I wonder about than what's in his right arm.
I mean, that dude can throw a freaking football. And when you're throwing footballs to the likes of Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then you have a tight end that might be good one day,
dude,
with a running back
DJ
like they
Chark,
have.
They're going to have some speed.
With DeAndre Swift
Chark
in the backfield, with that offensive line.
They're going to have some speed.
With Aiden Hutchinson on your defense.
But how many kneecaps has Jamo here bitten off?
I mean, he's lost a couple of his own, but
I'm not sure he's a kneecap biter.
You don't have to be.
I think he's more of a victim of the kneecap.
When you're that fast, you don't have to bite kneecaps.
Is that what Dan Campbell's going to tell him in camp?
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, like save the kneecap biting for interior guys, like guys on the outside.
Yeah,
just fly.
So, Jamison Williams, like, I swear, read it, like, doing all the research on him. It felt like a third of his family was college athletes who, like, did track and field. They were all track athletes. It was just, like, this dude's built to run.
Yeah.
Flat out. The other spot that made some sense for the Eagles was wide receiver, but, like...
Jahan Dotson?
They take Treylon Burks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Treylon Burks. Yeah, I mean, you could here. I don't know.
I feel like Jahan Dotson is the Howie pick. Like, I feel like that's the guy he would take.
I mean, he's like the second coming of Deshaun Jackson. Jalen Rager would be. Yeah, let's take Jalen Rager here again. He's so good. Like, let's just use another first on him, just so he knows how much we love him.
I had to.
The video of the Vikings like laughing and like picking Justin Jefferson right away is like one of the greatest draft videos of all time. He sits
Absolutely,
there, he looks at him, he goes, "Did they just take Rager?" And then, yeah, he's like, I'll go put the pick in. Like,
what are you doing here?
It's like, yeah, we're taking Jefferson. They're sitting there just laughing. And it's even better that Justin Jefferson's a top 3 receiver in the league now. Jalen Rager's like...
Shoot, he walked into the NFL top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do, man.
Yeah. Jake London's got some... I still can't get over that.
I know.
He's got some high expectations.
Yeah. He's never going to live up to that.
I don't see how you could live up to that. I mean...
I could see how Garrett Wilson could.
I mean, he's in the worst situation out of...
Jordan Davis.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Philly just took Jordan Davis. Wow.
Oh, my God.
So what's the deal with Fletcher Cox?
Oh, my God. I don't know. Probably play both of them. Why did they do this to me?
Wow. I did not expect Jordan Davis to go before 15. I mean, I don't think it's a bad pick because I think Jordan Davis is a monster, but like he's also only going to play 50% of the snaps at most.
Why did they do that?
You're not happy with it?
It's a terrible pick.
Terrible as in bad, or terrible as in bad for the Cowboys?
I don't like it.
So bad for the Cowboys.
I love Jordan Davis.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not love a guy who's 350 pounds and runs a 4.8 40?
That's 6'7".
Yeah. Like he's you know what he is? He's the modern day equivalent of the fridge.
His nickname's DJ. His nickname's DJ Oreo.
His nickname's Godzilla. He had a lot of nicknames. I just had to choose one.
DJ Oreo. Hanging out with Howie.
Man, I can't believe they did that. So this dude was born to anchor. You can't move this guy. His size and length is just ludicrous. He doesn't touch the ground. It's as a nose tackle. You're supposed to be on the ground, and no one can get him on the ground because he's freaking Godzilla.
Yeah.
But the downside to him is he does wear down if he's asked to play a lot of snaps. He didn't play a lot of snaps at Georgia. Only 30 or 40%, I think. He's not going to move laterally. You're not going to ask this guy to play 3-tech, I don't think. He's fast, but he's not going to move laterally well. He's not going to be shooting angles and stuff. He doesn't really have much of a pass rush aside from the bull rush. But when you bull rush like he does, I don't think it really matters.
They
He's
should
just a
they should
wrecking
get rid
ball.
of Fletcher Cox.
He's just an absolute wrecking ball, man. I mean, you look at the comps here. John Henderson, Ted Washington. Like, those are two Hall of Fame caliber players.
Yeah. Derek Brown, who's a player in the NFL.
Yeah, he's a Panther.
He wore number 9 in college, which always upset me.
Yeah, that messed you up.
That's the only thing I know about Derek Brown.
So,
number 9 at Auburn.
Ever since coming up this summer, this 4th of July, he spent the last 9 months training for this thing. Then 4th of July, Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
He's coming for the crown.
He thinks of Kobayashi as a close personal friend, a mentor, and a role model.
Yeah, he's coming for that crown.
Yeah, I bet you can put down some dogs.
Joey Chestnut, better watch your bet, boy.
I'm training with Kobayashi, man.
I cannot believe they took Jordan Davis.
I know, man. I've said I'm shocked a lot because I've been shocked a lot. And that was so last year's draft was like so predictable in a lot of it. It all just felt like it was like going along the way it was supposed to. This year's was the complete opposite. I feel like every mock was like no one could have been close to right, and it was just going to be chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to get crazy after like 8, 9, 10 because, I mean, that's kind of when the board opened up. But, yeah, this is I mean, there's a lot of guys I really like on the board. And the Cowboys, this is about the range the Cowboys have been rumored to move up to. And, I mean, still have Kyle Hamilton on the board, which I wouldn't be.
If they're moving up, this is probably the spot.
Yeah, Baltimore's pick is in. But, I mean, anywhere in this 15 to 20 range, I'd be fine with Kyle Hamilton, McDuffie.
Well, who do you got? Because Houston's not going to trade down.
You don't think Houston trades down?
They have like 20 picks already. I don't think they want more picks. I think they want
next year.
Picks. Maybe
give them pick next year.
Maybe.
I would rather do that. If we trade, I would rather give up like a second rounder next year in 24.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I'm just skeptical of how many picks Houston even wants.
Can you go to the big board cupcake?
Yeah, let's see who's available.
All right, so Kyle Hamilton's the top player on your board.
Yeah,
Trip McDuffie, who I love. Devin Lloyd, I think he'll fall into the 20s.
Yeah, he's going to keep just because he's a linebacker. Linebackers ain't going to go early. Johnson's the deal here. I feel like George Karlaftis is such a Raven.
Yeah,
like he's so Raven.
Yeah, everybody I'd want to trade up for is gone now. Besides, I mean, I wouldn't be terribly upset with trading up for.
There you go. Boom. Pick is in.
Kyle Hamilton. Okay.
Kyle that's it. Hamilton.
If the Cowboys trade up at this point, I will not.
That's a good fit for Baltimore. I like that for him.
Baltimore just always drafts so incredibly well. They just added a Hall of Fame safety.
Because he went there, he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
He goes at 14.
I mean, he's gonna be playing next to Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters, assuming Peters is coming back, no limitations. But I forget the name of the other safety they got next to him, but he's a solid player. That secondary is stacked.
Yep, and they have a MVP at quarterback. They have a bunch of receivers, but I don't know if they have a great receiver. I'm sure they were hoping that a receiver.
They have guys. Honestly, I think they have guys that fit Lamar. Like, I think that's all you can really look at them as.
Dallas traded out of the first round.
Kyle Hamilton's nickname is the Boogeyman. It's a fitting nickname because he's everywhere and nowhere at the same damn time. The Ravens just got, on average, the second best player in the draft at pick 14. He was ranked number 2 on average of the big boards. Huge. He's huge for a safety. 6'4", 220 pounds. I mean, he ran a 4.59 at his pro day, which was below average. At the combine, he really did not do well on the 40. I don't know where that 4.59 number came from. I thought it was like a 4.6 something, a late 4, low or a high 4.6 number.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just updated yesterday, so he must have reran something. His speed, I think, is overrated. The guy knows coverage. The guy knows how to play
he knows
coverage.
ball.
He has great instincts out there. You can't teach that. You can't teach speed either, but the guy just feels it. Short area speed and size limit him a little. But playing Chuck Clark, that's the other safety in Baltimore that I'm thinking of. Play next to Chuck Clark and be able to do some split safety stuff that's really interesting. They just changed D coordinators, so I don't know what they're going to be running exactly. But it's Harbaugh, John Harbaugh. I'm sure they're going to be doing some interesting stuff in the back end. His testing just did not match his speed on tape. His instincts a lot on that speed.
But I think he'll be all right. I mean, he's such a good sound player on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays smart. I mean, I think it's a hell of a pick, especially where they got him.
His dad played basketball over in Europe when he was a kid, and his dad now trains NBA and NFL players. What about that fun fact, Jayton?
Wears Squirtle t-shirt to every practice, organized Pokemon Go battles for halftime during games. He keeps holographic Charizard card in his helmet for good luck. Big Pokemon guy. And that's what you call a good investment. Holographic Charizard is a hell of an investment. It's what we call an appreciating asset in the business. So definitely a smart guy.
Absolutely. And how about that teammate camaraderie he built with those Pokemon Go battles? There's nothing better for team building than that.
No, you're 100% correct. I mean, ain't nothing get the players going like Pokemon Go battles, that's for damn sure.
Okay, so the Texans going to go defense?
I'm saying Kenyan Green.
Kenyan Green. Wow, Kenyan Green went early. They ran to the podium with that pick too. That happened fast. Oh
yeah.
boy. All right.
Oh man, I don't know. Everybody I wanted for the Cowboys is gone. There? I'm so upset right now.
Y'all can still get Zion. So
Zion plays for the Pelicans.
I was just waiting to see if you were going to make that joke. Kenyan Green, his average. I mean, this was a reach according to the big boards. I love Kenyan Green though. This dude's just a bully. He's strong. He's mean. I mean, he has the versatility to play tackle or guard. He played every position on the O-line except for center at A&M, I believe. And he is utterly obsessed with Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Dude, I get on every once a year. I'll restart Roller Coaster Tycoon on some website and play for 10 straight hours, and then think to myself why am I doing this? I do it at least once a year. It's such a great game.
Everyone
such a great game. But no, he plays it year round. He's got a 4-acre park. Keeps it going all the time. Always adjusting his prices by the pennies to keep everybody coming to this park and everything and loving the atmosphere. So
this guy's power is outrageous. He gets good leverage on top of having good strength. His hands are where they're supposed to be. Just a very good offensive lineman all around. And he hurts you with his punch. He hits and he hits hard. Sometimes he does get a little too wide with those hands, which makes it too easy for the defender to either, just swat him out or just get into him real quickly because they're so wide. It's hard to keep any power behind them and lock out effectively. Pass protection, partially because of that with the wide hands, is a work in progress, but his run blocking is not.
I have trade news.
What's that?
The Baltimore Ravens have traded back into the first round for the 23rd overall pick, sending Hollywood Brown and the number 100 pick to the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow. Okay. Hollywood in 101?
100
For 23.
for 23.
They value Hollywood Brown that highly?
The Cardinals?
Yeah.
Oh, Hollywood Brown's pretty good, dude.
I mean, he's solid, but like, I don't know. I mean, what is that? Like, you just value it as like the 30th pick and number 100 for number 23. Yeah. Is Hollywood Brown worth a 30th pick in the draft?
I mean, he's got 2 years left until his 5th-year option. They're in win-now mode. You know what you're getting. Maybe they wanted a receiver, and all the receivers they wanted went way too early. They don't like Traylon Burks. They don't like Jahan Dotson. Go get a proven receiver that they'll have for 2 more years and pick up another pick.
I don't know, man. I think that's a bad trade.
I like Hollywood Brown a lot.
I mean, so do I. I just don't think he's worth what they gave up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially the way that, like, the way receivers' contracts are going. I'd rather have a guy for 5 years who's cheap and might not be as good than a guy for 2 years and then he's expensive.
Well, the way the board's going, maybe they just were like, we'll take anything to get out of this pick.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Cliff got fleeced, if that was Cliff. I'm blaming it on Steve Keim, so I'm not wrecking a Red Raider. But
I don't think that would be I mean, you think this was the Cardinals looking to get Hollywood Brown, or do you think this was Baltimore trying to move back up? Like, who do you think initiated the trade?
I mean, it had to be Baltimore, but like, holy shit.
I don't know. I mean, I think Hollywood Brown's very, very good. I mean, I think he's worth every bit of a late first.
I don't. Just because you got to pay him in 2 years.
Yeah, but their window's right now.
Like, I mean, I guess it is. Unless
if Kyler makes them pay him early, then it's
you know what?
Nothing.
I'm putting this back on the Jags for fucking everybody on the wide receiver market. This is all going back on the Jags, just like screwing everybody over and being like, oh, Christian Kirk, we're going to pay you like a wide receiver 1. And then no one could get wide receivers. So now people are just going like crazy, giving up ridiculous value for a wide receiver. That's my theory.
Yeah. Okay. So he's signed until 2024.
Is that 5th-year option, though? Because his first round pick, his 5th-year option is going to be expensive.
I don't know. When was he drafted? 19?
19, I think. There goes your guy. Washington football team.
Oh, my God.
A.K.A. the Commanders select Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson out of Penn State.
Oh, my goodness. There's nobody left. I mean, I'm still fine with Tyler Linderbaum. That's what I wanted all along. I would just hope, like, we talked about trading all week, and I mean, I'm more than happy to just sit back and wait on Linderbaum at this point. That's early for Dotson, though.
It is. It's very early for Dotson.
I thought it was a reach if we took him at 24, but I was like, I'll take it for his upside. So at this rate, is George Pickens going to sneak into the first round?
He might. Or Christian Watson.
Yeah, or Sky Moore.
I think if if Kansas City keeps both those picks, I think Sky Moore's going to KC.
Yeah. Ooh. Jahan Dotson.
So, Jahan Dotson.
Very
Pronounced
fast.
just like that. Jahan. A little undersized, about 5'11", 180 pounds.
Second cousin to Deshaun Jackson.
Or Jalen Reagor.
Let's hope he's Jalen Reagor.
So out of Penn State, that's the only reason I make the Jalen Reagor joke. Smooth route runner. He knows what he's doing out there. Didn't Jalen Reagor go to Penn State, or am I mixing up with
TCU?
Oh, you know what? I'm mixing him up with KJ Hamler.
Oh, he's also
because they were
fast.
They were like the exact same receiver coming out. One was like an inch taller than the other, and I always got them mixed up. We didn't even get time to talk about Jahan,
Johnson. You gotta be kidding me.
Zion Johnson is gone to the LA Chargers. God, so Karlaftis might drop to the second round at this rate.
I mean, I'll take Karlaftis.
So Zion Johnson, when he's in town for an away game with you, be on the lookout at local comedy clubs because he loves to secretly perform at comedy clubs open mic nights. He's just a star like that. So Zion, one of the most technically sound offensive linemen in this draft. He's an inside guy only, center or guard, but which is one of the reasons he didn't go early because he's a center or guard. But technically sound, athletic freak, high football IQ. This guy was a captain. He graduated. Just there's not a whole lot to knock in his game. There's just really not.
Yeah. Oh, man. This board is not lining up. I mean, as long as Linderbaum doesn't go before 24, but this is not shaping up good for me.
No, it is not.
I can't believe. So, can we get back to Jahan Dotson going before Treylon Burks?
Yeah, I mean, that's a shocker to me.
Treylon Burks is going to fall right into the Packers' lap.
Yeah, he is. That's where I have him going.
I thought with the run on receivers, he would go before Dotson, and I figured. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what to think about what any of these teams are doing.
What's Tennessee gonna do?
Are they on the clock?
Yeah. Did they trade in?
Trade AJ Brown to the Eagles for number 18 and number 101.
What? AJ Brown is an Eagle now? That's a shocker.
Titans trade number 18 and number 101 for AJ Brown.
Ooh, the Eagles are going in, man.
Why? Why does this keep happening to me?
The Eagles are going in on it.
Pick is in. Titans trade wide receiver AJ Brown to Eagles for number 18 and 101. So they got 18 and 101 for AJ Brown. And
dude, this is Jacksonville just screwing everybody.
18 and 101 for AJ Brown compared to Hollywood Brown for 24 and 100. Or
exactly
23 and 100.
Exactly my point. Hollywood is not AJ Brown. Not even close.
Oh, man. So, who do they pick here? Treylon Burks?
I think they need a wide receiver now.
You don't trade AJ Brown for Treylon Burks, though, do you?
No, you don't. Maybe they're going to go after in the third round. Wait, so they don't have... Wait, they picked up what was this the second pick that Tennessee picked up? Yes, I mean they still have 26 then. So they can try to wait for a receiver at 26, or they can try to trade out at 26 to get a receiver in the second round.
Pickens.
I don't think they're going receiver here.
Or Mechie.
Yeah, like if
Mechie.
Mechie could be there in the third for them too, theoretically,
Yeah.
but that'd be a big risk.
Mechie?
To wait for it to hope that he falls to 90.
Oh, yeah.
Because he might go in the 70s or 80s, you know.
Yeah.
Man, what are they doing here? So Tennessee,
They took Caleb Farley last year. Maybe Devin Lloyd? You think this is Devin Lloyd? Linebacker? Get that defense shirt up?
I don't think it's defense.
Well, they have a pretty good linebacker right now.
Yeah, they have solid guys. Well, that's one of the things that's weird with linebacker right now. You can just get by. You can do fine with just solid guys there. You know, you don't need stars.
Yeah. So do you think this was them wanting to trade up, or do you think this was the Eagles trying to go get A.J. Brown?
I think it was a little bit of both, but I think more than anything it was the Eagles trying to go get A.J.
Okay. So do you think they – oh, okay, I was about to say you think they trade out of it, but –
I wonder if they take Linderbaum.
Don't say that.
I mean,
the center.
we just saw the two best interior O linemen in the draft go.
Yeah.
This could be a reaction to that. Like if they wanted Zion to play center, I think they still got Ben Jones, but he's getting up there in age. I don't know if he can pop out to guard, but like if he
can't play guard.
No, I meant Ben Jones.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, Linderbaum. No, he's a center only prospect. Can we
go to the big board? All right, McDuffie's still there. They need a corner.
Yeah, Jackrabbit's up there. Oh, is he like 34 now?
Yeah,
Jackrabbit Jenkins.
Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State.
I mean, they could. They just paid.
They were talking about him going Trevor Penning all week. Apparently, they love Trevor Penning.
I forgot about Penning. This could be Penning. He's not going to be there at 26, I don't think.
Lawan has said multiple times he's never going to play right tackle. He said it on his podcast. The second they try to move him to right tackle, he was like, "I'll quit before y'all make me play right tackle." So, I mean,
it could be Penning then.
Can Penning play right tackle?
Yeah, I think Penning projects better to right tackle, assuming that he can get the. Assuming that he can get the. We'll see, if it's the pick, we'll see. Assuming that he can get the handwork and the footwork down, like I mean,
Penning makes a lot of sense.
He's a run blocking baller. I think he projects best to right tackle.
Penning makes a lot of sense here. They lost their linebacker that I was talking about that was really good. So Devin Lloyd could be the pick here too.
I think this is a deep linebacker class, though. Like, I'd have a hard time taking them just because, like, I feel like you can get
26.
Quay Walker like later, you know.
Yeah, you still have 26.
Yeah,
I think Penning might be the move here.
Treylon Burks.
You gotta be. I mean, I'm glad that the Packers didn't get him.
So am I. Well, actually, no. I kind of wanted the Packers to take him.
You don't think he's that good?
I think he's good. I think the Packers trying to make him the focal point of their offense could be very interesting, very fun for a Bears fan.
Yeah,
because I don't know. Like, I think the Titans are a good fit for him.
He's kind of a do-it-all kind of
I don't
guy.
think the Packers. He is, but it was a pretty simple offense at Arkansas. Like he wasn't asked to do all that much route wise, and like it was.
Titans' offense is pretty simple.
That's what I'm saying. But like in the Packers, if they were trying to get him to fill the Devontae Adams role,
you're talking about Packers.
I don't know that he could learn that much overnight. You know?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I think Treylon Burks is a beast.
Yeah, I think it's a good fit. I think Titans are a very good fit.
He plays real similar to A.J. Brown. I mean, yeah. Oh my! Hold on, I think the Eagles already extended A.J. Brown. Let's see this contract.
I mean, they probably had this thing locked up days ago. You know?
Yeah.
They've been talking with his agent for a week, if not months.
Yeah, it's like if we get a deal done, let's see this contract. 4-year, 4 years, $100 million, $57 million guaranteed.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Extension. So
But the guaranteed money
option.
doesn't sound bad.
Is that guaranteed on top of his 5th year option?
That's probably new money, I would think, but
it's all new money.
I would think, but I don't know.
If you're not having to pay him his $20 million or whatever guaranteed this year, then pay him another $57 million guaranteed on top of that. Yeah.
No, it's probably So it's like it's $57 million guaranteed over the next 4 years after the 5th year option, I believe.
So it's $78 million guaranteed
over 5 years, but 20 of that is gone after next year. So then you're down to 4 years, 57.
Okay, I'm always confused with NFL wording on their contract.
Basically, if that's the money that is guaranteed to hit their cap. And honestly, I don't think you're that worried about that with a guy like him. But
Burks is a little bit bigger, a little bit about the same speed. They're actually very measurable wise, 6'2", 6'1", 225, 226, 4'5", 4'4", 10-foot, 2-inch broad jump, 10-foot broad jump, and they were both graded out as an 88.
So, fun fact here for you. Treylon Burks actually subscribes to the cubed earth theory, which denies both the round earth theory and the flat earth theory.
Just a bunch of sides.
4 flat sides. Or I guess, how many sides are in a cube? What is that?
16. No, 6.
No, yeah, 6. The world's just a giant die.
Hey, we're just hanging out on a craps table, baby.
So, Treylon Burks, he's got great size. His speed's okay, but I think he plays faster than his measured speed, to be honest. I don't think he's a guy who shows through in the athletic testing as well as he actually plays.
Good game.
Very physical player, which probably helps with his speed, his physicality. He keeps people on their toes a little. Big old hands. He's got mitts, long arms. But he hasn't played a lot against press coverage. Pretty unproven against press coverage. And he played a ton of slot at Arkansas. He moved around a lot, but a lot of it was moving into the slot and like across formation into the slot on one side or the other side. And his agility is not anything to fall in love with. I think for comps, he falls somewhere between Amari Cooper and Laviska Shenault. Like size, speed is similar to Amari, but actual game experience is a lot like Laviska Shenault as far as the way he was used in college. Tore his ACL back in 2018. I mean, he's a project, but he has big upside, I think.
Oh, huge upside. So Saints pick is in. What did the Saints do earlier? They took Chris Olave, right?
Yep.
So they got Chris Olave pairing with they could still take Malik Willis right here.
Gee, I forgot about Malik Willis still being on the board. Golly.
The Titans should have taken him right there because they have 1 or 2 more years.
The Titans' offense would have been a great fit for Willis.
And Tannehill's like 34. He's very snakily, very old.
Yeah. Just because he spent all those years playing wide receiver at A&M.
And punter.
Yeah, and punter. Highest paid punter in the NFL, man.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the Willis scenario. I mean, Willis would have been perfect for him.
There was so much going on. I just forgot that Willis was still here.
There has been a lot going on here recently.
Trevor Penning. The Saints just took Trevor Penning instead of Malik Willis. What is wrong with Malik Willis that we don't know?
So, what do you think? So the Steelers have to go Willis then, right?
Yeah. So they've been there were rumblings earlier this week, or like in the last few days, the Steelers are really starting to like Willis. They were getting rumored with Desmond Ridder for a while there, and then just recently, it's like Willis has started to become a hot name for them.
Yeah. So Penning's gone now, so it's Linderbaum or bust for me right now for the Cowboys. Like, I don't know what else to do here. I wouldn't hate Nakobe Dean. I mean, I think we could get him in the second round, but we'd have to trade up for him. So if we like him enough, just take him in the first, get the fifth year option out of it.
By the way, Trevor Penning just seems like a saint. Like not a saint in the religious sense, but in the New Orleans sense. Like,
who's their other tackle?
He's gonna kick you while you're down. He's gonna hurt you. Like, this dude is a bully. He's out for blood every freaking play.
Yeah.
They just lost Teron Armstead to Miami this offseason. They need a left tackle. Like, I'm not joking when I say that Trevor Penning is out for blood. He's like, this guy just wants to murder people. He just shoves people to the ground constantly, and then when they're trying to get up, he shoves them down again. Like, he could be a flag machine in the NFL, but like but he could not be. He's got some special athletic traits.
If Jameis comes out and slings it this year, that could be a dangerous team.
I almost wonder,
especially if Michael Thomas is healthy.
With Trevor Penning, are they going to shift to more of a run-based offense?
They
were pretty run heavy last year.
Kamara doesn't run the ball very well, though. What did I just? Kamara doesn't run the ball very well, though.
Yeah, I don't know who they have behind Kamara. It's not Latavius Murray anymore. I can't remember who it is.
They can grab somebody in the second round, like a Kenneth Walker Jr. or something.
Oh, that would be a smart move. Who do you think should be higher on the board? Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker Jr.?
Breece Hall all day.
Really? I love Kenneth Walker, man.
Oh, so do I. I just think Breece Hall is like the most. I mean, I think they're both NFL ready, but I think as far as stepping onto the field and making a bigger impact, I mean, I think in the perfect situation, Kenneth Walker is better than Breece Hall in the perfect situation. But just throwing either one of them on a random team, give me Breece Hall. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So, you know what's shocking about Trevor Penning? Because he's so angry.
He loves to dance.
He loves to dance. Absolutely.
To a Korean song.
Yes, sir. It's like you read my mind. He practices the Gangnam Style every morning before he starts his day. Before he even brushes his teeth, before he takes a shower, he Gangnam Styles right next to his bed.
You never know when you might need a Gangnam Style. That's the truth. Like, you could be going to a job interview and get challenged to a dance-off.
Well, so I don't think he would do it. I think he only does it right when he wakes up.
Yeah, but you got to be prepared, I'm saying.
I think he refuses to, aside from that one time a day.
Yeah, if you're not prepared, then what are you?
Not playing in the NFL.
That's your damn. That's for a fact, Jet.
So, dude, Penning's he's a freak, man. So, this dude, he weighed like 160 pounds his sophomore year of high school. And he was 6'1" or something, or 6'2".
That's probably why he's such a bully now.
Then he just shot up between his junior and senior year up to he's 6'7". He shot up to 6'5" or 6'6" between his junior and senior year, which high school recruiting is your junior year is the hotbed for it. You know, that's where people fall through the cracks is in their senior year when they have a breakout senior year. And that's what happened to him at a high school where his graduating class was 60 people. He was playing the lowest level you can before being what is it, 7-man football?
Yeah, it depends on the state. 6-man in Texas. I don't know where he's from.
It was in Iowa.
I think they play 8-man there.
He had no offers from anywhere, and then I think his head coach knew the NIU the Northern Iowa head coach and got him in there. But like, he was so overlooked on every level because he didn't grow until his between his junior senior year, and that's probably why, like you said, that's why he's so angry, because he's got like anger issues on the field.
That's what I love to see.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm with you. You love to see it, like just man. He's a tone setter. That's just all you can really say about it.
So, what do you think? You think this could be anything else other than Willis?
It's got to be Willis for the 5th time tonight. It has to be Willis.
Willis or Pickett? Maybe it's Ritter.
I mean, they supposedly loved Ritter, but like Willis here, I don't see how you pass on him. Poor Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch will have 2 years.
Yeah, you think?
Unless it's Pickett. If it's Pickett, he's got to start right away.
If Mitch doesn't win in Pittsburgh, they're like, the fans are going to tear that team up for not playing Willis.
Yeah, and that's what you don't want.
But that's exactly what – I mean, that's what's going to happen anywhere he would have went. Like, I keep hearing, oh, this place is the perfect situation because he won't have to start. But it's like, yeah, he will have to start because the fans will fucking lose their minds if he doesn't. And they're losing.
Especially if they show out like what he does in practice and stuff.
Yeah.
They can keep him nice and quiet.
Yeah, well, and even from that standpoint, like the players, they want to win. If they're seeing this guy, it's what happened to Trubisky in Chicago. The players in practice were like, Glennon is not the best quarterback on the roster. Why is he playing? We're not here to lose.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny
Pickett. Oh, my goodness.
Someone just made a lot of money with Kenny Pickett first off the board.
No.
First quarterback off the board. Wow. That's something.
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, man.
Hey,
his hands are bigger than a lot of things.
Yeah, he does not have small hands, contrary to popular belief. Hometown kid? Is he from Pittsburgh, or did he just go to college?
No, he just went to college there. I don't think he's from Pittsburgh. He might be from Pennsylvania, though.
I know he was getting recruited to Temple early. So
yeah.
We got New England on the clock.
So
what's there to say about Kenny Pickett? They had to change the rule because of him.
Yeah, him and his fake slide.
His fake slide.
So, like, good size. I mean, he's got prototypical size aside from his hands, which are oddly small, which got
bigger than
maybe blown out of proportion. But yeah, they're bigger than a lot of things, as the Barstool website has taught us. His hands are bigger than a lot of things.
They're not bigger than the pyramids of China, but they are.
Or an elephant.
Or an elephant, but they are bigger than a cosmic brownie.
Yeah.
So
he's just gonna be chucking cosmic brownies around at the facility. He's accurate on the move, outside the pocket. He's best on the run, really. Honestly, I feel like this guy is Mitch Trubisky.
Well, that's a good thing.
Which is hilarious because now they have two
Mitchell Trubiskys.
Like, hey, he's more accurate on the run than he is in the pocket. He's good on bootlegs. He's accurate. He has a good feel for when stuff breaks down. Like, it reminds me a lot of Mitch, but like in the pocket, he has nervous feet. He holds the ball a little too long. He trusts his arm more than he should because his arm's okay. But yeah. he can make most of the throws, but he's not going to excel at all the throws like a guy like Malik Willis does. And on deep throws, he sails them a lot. He has trouble finding finesse and finding touch on the deep ball.
Yeah, my thing with Pickett was like, if you draft him, he's a start now, right away kind of guy. I don't think he's a guy that you draft to sit on the bench. But then, like you said, him and Trubisky are the same person. So it's like, is it just an open competition now to where if you would have got Malik Willis, it would have been like, you're going to sit? Like, I think this is fully
he was the win now guy in his class. Like,
yeah.
I have it written right there under roll. NFL ready, high floor field general. He's
Yeah.
not. He's not someone who has a high ceiling, but he has a high floor.
Oh, Kansas
Assuming
City
his
trade.
hands can be okay.
Kansas City's on the clock.
Casey's up. So one more thing about Kenny here. He has a real big thing for Mandy Moore.
Since what I remember.
Yeah. Has been trying to slide into Mandy Moore's DMs since he saw it for the first time. He hasn't been successful. Maybe now that he's an NFL quarterback, he will be.
So, you think this is Karlaftis here?
Shoot, maybe. I don't know. I mean, they need a receiver who's... Let's see.
You don't know any receiver. I mean, they could have waited on receiver. They had 2 picks.
A run? I mean, who's on the board for receiver?
I don't know. Everybody I had a first round. Everybody who I thought would go in the first round's already gone. So it'd be Sky Moore, Pickens, Mechie, just a whole slew of guys.
Oh, I mean, they didn't move up for Sky Moore. I wonder if they kept one of their first round picks in this trade.
I bet they did. They could go McDuffie here. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, a corner would make a lot of sense. I had him in my mock going corner, wide receiver.
So go to the big board, Cupcake.
Yeah, McDuffie's still there. Like he's got to be the high. Him and Karlaftis,
McDuffie, Jermaine Johnson.
God, Jermaine Johnson's still there.
Yeah. Malik Willis to sit
it's got to be McDuffie or Johnson.
This is definitely
I've been so Willis. Right. I've been so correct with my gotta be's all night.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one that I can guarantee you is not Malik Willis. I'm willing to put my 100% guarantee on this one. The Chiefs are not taking Malik Willis.
You don't think they're trying to light a spark under Pat?
I don't think so.
No,
they could, though.
Just a hunch.
I mean,
did you change jerseys or was that?
No, I've been wearing taco all night.
Okay, I thought for some reason I thought it was gray earlier. Big Taco Charlton guy.
When the sun was out, the sun may have been hitting it to make it look different.
Okay, that was it. One of those Instagram photos of is it gray or is it blue?
I bought this jersey 5 seconds after we drafted Taco Charlton because I thought he was an immediate Hall of Famer.
I just meant nailed it because Trent McDuffie's the pick for KC.
Oh yeah, I knew it. Called it. Hell of a pick. I was hoping he would follow Dallas at this point. That's probably why they jumped ahead because Green Bay and Baltimore probably weren't taking him. So makes sense.
I hope the Packers take Malik Willis. Actually, I don't know, do I? Probably not, but I hope they take Desmond Ritter. At first, I was just to piss off Aaron Rodgers, I hope they do. Then I was like, I don't want Malik Willis in my division.
Yeah. I mean, they could still, draft just...
If they did, though, if they took Malik Willis, I would be so pissed.
What if they just took Jordan Love again? Just drafted him twice.
Did you see, or did you send me that video? Or no, someone else did. The video of Justin Herbert, reading off angry tweets from when he got drafted.
You sent me the one about Josh Allen doing it.
Or maybe it was Josh Allen. I'm sorry. So there was that video, and there was a tweet from a guy who did mock drafts for the Chargers, and it was all these hate tweets at him for having the Chargers mocked taking Justin Herbert, and a bunch of them were like, "Why not just wait for Jordan Love?"
That worked out real well.
Yeah, man, I'm legitimately nervous right now. If they go from Favre to Rodgers to Willis, giving Willis 2 years to sit and learn.
You think they would really do that? They're giving up on Jordan Love.
Dude, I'm
giving up on Jordan Love already?
Yeah. I think they would trade Jordan Love for $1. right now.
Yeah, he's not good.
No.
You
But
think
Willis,
it'd be the perfect fit. Willis would be the perfect fit.
yeah.
I mean,
He
Aaron
could
Rodgers, 2 more years.
years, like, oh my, I'm legitimately terrified right now.
I mean, it's like the same thing when they drafted Rodgers. Rodgers was like projected 1 overall, or he might slide. It's like Willis was like, people are talking about him in the top 5, top 6. And here he is still on the board at 22. What was Rodgers,
like
20?
20, he was something like 22 or 21, I think.
He was the pick before the Cowboys. I know that.
Dude, I'm going through some serious anxiety right now.
You nervous?
I'm very nervous.
Desmond Ridder incoming.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
This is the longest, 5 minutes I've had in a long time.
They're not going wide receiver.
Not Malik Willis, for the love of God, no.
Anybody but Malik Willis. Uh-oh. They're about to go to commercial, I think.
Take Karlaftis, take Linderbaum, take Lloyd, take Wyatt, take Ojabo, take Dean.
Do not take Linderbaum.
I don't care anybody but Willis.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris Rains. I knew it was around there somewhere.
Wait, what?
Our buddy Chris told us that Rodgers went 24.
24. All right, thank you, Chris. I didn't see it pop up. I was too nervous.
I knew it was somewhere around there.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, here it is.
Boo that bad man.
You want me to guarantee you that it's not Malik Willis?
Yeah.
I guarantee it's not Malik Willis.
I wish that calmed my nerves.
Clay Walker, you're good.
Thank God.
That's kind of uninspiring. So we're going to have Karlaftis or Linderbaum guaranteed. Devin Lloyd's still there. Nakobe Dean's still there. Let's go to the big board, Cupcake. I need to see what's going on with the Cowboys here. Uh-oh.
That is such a massive relief. I was terrified.
So, did Buffalo just trade up?
This is Baltimore. Oh, I guess it hasn't hit mine yet. So Buffalo's on the clock.
Buffalo just jumped in front of Dallas?
Yep.
For who?
I don't know. Must be someone good. Probably
future Hall of Famer? They've been looking to Breece Hall. You think the Cowboys are looking at Breece Hall?
No, they need a corner. Buffalo needs a corner really bad. But who would be the
Andrew
corner?
Booth?
I mean, I don't think they're moving up for Booth right now.
No.
Short arm Booth.
Do they need a center? Because I mean, the only reason why you would jump Cowboys right here, I would assume, is for Linderbaum.
I mean, they got Morse, but maybe
or Jermaine Johnson or Karlaftis.
Johnson or Karlaftis would make sense. I mean, I don't know. Would that make? They've spent a lot of draft capital on defensive ends the last few years.
Yeah, I don't know. Nakobe Dean, maybe. Cowboys have loved Dean since the beginning.
I would think Lloyd before Dean.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's weird. That's very weird.
I could see Devontae Wyatt before I could a defensive end.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
they need some more. They need some more punch on that interior.
I mean, are Cowboys going to take Malik Willis? I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
From this point on, and any team who doesn't have an MVP at quarterback should take Malik Willis.
Besides the Chiefs,
who doesn't have an MVP caliber quarterback?
Oh yeah. Buffalo could take him. Yeah, Daxton Hill maybe.
Daxton Hill would make sense for them, but
you don't trade up for him. I mean, they specifically moved in front of Dallas, and I feel like Dallas is all in on Linderbaum at this point if we're not trading out.
So,
But then why not?
Daxton Hill could make sense for Dallas, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
nickel corner and safety.
He's everything Dan Quinn loves in a defensive player.
That's got to be what's going on here. Which I've said a lot tonight, and it has very rarely been true. So
yeah,
take my confidence with a grain of salt. I'm just over here in bliss because the Packers did not take Malik Willis.
Yeah, that's.
But the Packers pick coming up, so I hope Malik Willis isn't still there.
Hey, can you scroll down the big board a little bit? Yeah, right there is good. Let's see. I mean, I know a lot of people are high on Scene from Georgia.
I mean, I feel like Buffalo's going for someone who can play corner. That's why I think Daxton Hill makes sense, because he can play that nickel spot whenever you need him to.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think. And he's a Dan Quinn type of guy.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys, I mean, last year, like, outside of Parsons, we kind of reached on every single pick that we had.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was all Dan Quinn. I mean, it was like, we're going to go get the guy that we want every single pick.
Yeah.
So but are they going to let Dan Quinn take his guys in back-to-back drafts?
Like, I mean, they're not letting Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think
Linderbaum makes. I don't know though. If they let Mike McCarthy, maybe they'll take Malik Willis.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate Karlaftis for us. I just really want Linderbaum. I've wanted him.
Actually, Karlaftis could be really interesting for the Cowboys because you can play him inside on passing downs.
Yeah,
like that could be. He could be really interesting there with Dan Quinn.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Like bump him inside on passing downs with bumping Parsons down to edge on passing downs, and then on running downs you bump Karlaftis outside and Parsons back. That could get really good.
I mean, I wouldn't hate Devin Lloyd either.
Yeah.
Everybody I kind of wanted besides Linderbaum's gone, though, so I just kind of hope it's Linderbaum and just move on. Go get a future Hall of Famer at center. He's going to give us 14 years. He's going to be the best center in the league for 7 out of those 14 years.
What type of run scheme do the Cowboys run?
Like a gap zone.
So just a versatile one, like a good mix of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't. I mean, with Kellen Moore, it's a lot of motion stuff. Like, rarely do we just like.
So it's probably more zone heavy then.
Yeah, I would say on average it's probably more zone.
Like inside zone, inside and outside. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's what Linderbaum. I don't know if he can play gap that well, but he can run zone all day.
Yeah, and I mean, it depends on who. It depends on formation and stuff too, because I know with our backup running back, who should be our starter, who's much better than Zeke, he runs a lot of gap. But with Zeke, it's mainly
not
zone.
Outside zone. I thought Pollard would be an outside zone like monster.
Pollard's everything. So good
until you pay him.
I don't think we're going to pay him, but he's so good.
He's a monster.
All right, here it is for the Bills.
Kaiir Elam. Kaiir. Kaiir.
Did they think the Cowboys loved him?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
So he is on your big board.
He's Matt Elam's nephew, former NFL player Matt Elam.
Yeah, former Florida Gator Matt Elam.
Yeah,
I loved Matt Elam in that draft. I loved him so much. Glad we didn't take him, but I loved him so much in that draft.
So Dallas is on the clock. Can we get the player summary for Kaiir Elam? ELAM. There we go. So Kaiir Elam, not even 21 years old yet, barely under 21, so he'll be able to buy a beer soon. Runs a 4.3 940. Little short on arm length, which depending on team, like I don't think Buffalo's a team that cares as much about the metrics because they run so much. I believe they run cover 3 really heavily there, cover 2, cover 3. He's a long corner, which makes the lack of length kind of weird, but it makes up for it a little too when he got 6'3". You don't see many corners who are 6'3". Jams at the line of scrimmage very aggressively.
Maybe that's why they thought Dallas loved him, because he's 6'3".
Yeah, but he doesn't have the long arms.
True.
Dan Quinn loves long arms. He gets grabby at the top of routes. One of his bad things. Gets some flags out of that. Has a hard time just breaking on the throw when he's playing off man. And not as aggressive in run support as you would think based on his size. So he actually created a lettuce substitute made entirely of beef for animal-based eaters, which I think is pretty brave.
Very brave. All right, let's talk about Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys are on the clock. I was like, man, why are you so like disjointed right now? I understand now because the Cowboys are on the clock. It'd be the same way with the Bears. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Lettuce substitute? I don't care. Bears are up. All right. So, yeah, let's just jump straight to it's got to be Linderbaum, right?
Linderbaum or Johnson, I would be fine with.
Johnson is tempting.
Yeah.
Can we read Jerry's lips?
I don't know, man. I was really hoping if this was the situation we were in, we would trade out of it. I do love Linderbaum here. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in a pickle right now because I had a list of like 7 guys that I thought like for sure we'd have our choice between like 4 of them, and the only one out of those 7 guys is Linderbaum. So,
well, I mean, I think they gotta take Linderbaum here, especially you said that they run a good amount of zone. Like that's his bread and butter. Like that's the one concern with Linderbaum is that his size and his lack of length will not play in anything but zone. So, like, if they're going to be zone heavy, Linderbaum makes all the sense in the world because he's a top tier prospect.
I just hope we don't go wide receiver here. I don't know why they would, but
no. Well, yeah, no.
I mean, I'll be fine with Jermaine Johnson, Devin Lloyd, Tyler Linderbaum. I think we're trying to trade though. There's 3 minutes left in the pick.
They gotta be.
If we could pick up a couple of seconds or maybe a first next year, I'd be so down.
I mean, I think it would be a smart trade out. Like,
a lot of talent on the board.
You don't. I mean, Jermaine Johnson was getting pretty highly rated. I think you should get some pretty good money on this pick. Like,
Jermaine Johnson was DJ's 9th overall.
Yeah,
and DJ's usually pretty freaking good.
Yeah, DJ's right up there with like Brugler and Zerline. I think they were pretty high on him too.
Yeah, because
the pick is in.
I mean, I'd be happy with Jermaine Johnson here. I haven't even looked at him. I didn't think we had any. I didn't think he had any chance of falling this far.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't looked really into him as closely as I have other guys, just because like it was such a deep edge class, you know.
Yeah, I was really hoping when McDuffie started falling, I was really, really hoping we would land him. Oh man! All right. I just don't want to be surprised right now. There's so many clear-cut guys that it could be. If it's somebody that I just can't take that kind of heartbreak right now.
I wouldn't know. I'm a Bears fan. We've only had 1 first-round pick since 2018.
You don't need them when you're as good as the Bears are.
Exactly. Just keep winning.
Keep winning, baby. you and the Rams.
Yeah, forget the picks. Why do we need picks? We got wins.
All right. I think we took Taco at 24, so that's reassuring.
Yeah, that's some good omen right there.
Oh, all right.
Watch it be DeMarvin Leal.
Were we advertising Halo Infinite? Oh,
Tyler Smith. Oh my God.
Oh no.
I mean, I love Tyler Smith, but he is not someone you drafted 24. Wow.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, there's a very real chance he could become very good, but I'll let you break it down.
I mean, he's mean and he's angry. I don't know.
It's a reach. There's no I love Tyler Smith. He's just so raw. Like at 24, it's a huge question. He can play. He's going to be, if you put him inside at guard, he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, and that's where we need him. That's where we need him to play. Oh man.
So they drafted him as a guard then.
Oh man. I mean, I guess they're just really high on Biadish. They got to be just really high on Biadish.
Yeah,
is the only thing I could think. Because he's got. I mean, we took him to play guard. Man, Jermaine Johnson was sitting there. If this turns into like a
there's got to be something wrong with Jermaine Johnson. There's got to be something wrong with him medically.
I mean, TJ Watt went one pick after Taco Charlton. If the Ravens take Jermaine Johnson here and he turns into a defensive player of the year caliber guy, I will lose my freaking mind.
Nah, they're going to take Karlaftis here. That's what I'm thinking.
I would still lose my mind if he turns out to be all pro caliber edge rusher.
Yeah. So Tyler Smith is like athletic, big, strong, mean, but the downside of him is he's kind of like Ricky Bobby, where he doesn't know what to do with him.
Only started 12 games for Tulsa.
Really? I didn't realize that.
That's what they just showed on the screen.
I did not realize that. So, I mean, he's very raw. He's going to set a tone. There's no doubt about that. At guard, so he projects way higher as a guard. I think he's on the verge of NFL ready as a guard, but he's a project as a tackle, which could kind of be like once Tyron Smith is done, you're kicking Tyler Smith out to tackle, but you're giving him time to learn it.
Hopefully Tyron Smith. I thought Tyron Smith would be retired by now, but hopefully it looks like he's sticking around for a couple more years. So, I mean,
I will say this: the Cowboys have been pretty good at drafting historically.
Yeah,
and not missing. They might not always hit the home run, but they haven't missed a lot. At least on first round picks. So I was trashing them when they took Zach Martin, and here we are 30 years later, and he's still rocking.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe they're gonna. I mean, can Tyler Smith play right tackle?
I mean, he can. He has the same issues. He's just very raw. He doesn't know how to play the game very well.
I mean, so we don't have a left guard right now. Or right tackle is Terrence Steele. So I don't know what he's going to do.
I mean, so he played on the left side at Tulsa. So it's one of those things can you flip the left tackle to the right side?
Each
guy is different. He hasn't really played there, so we don't know.
Maybe maybe they move Zach Martin to right tackle and throw him at guard.
Or, I mean, there's a lot of right tackle prospects in the mid rounds this year too that they could look at. Like guys who I think are like NFL ready right tackles, because they can't play the left, they push down.
But if you're going to do that, I would rather just take him Linderbaum and try to, because Biotish can play a little bit of guard.
I mean, they must really trust Biotish's knee. I think it was his knee, right?
Back.
Oh, it was his back. They must really trust his back. That's all I can think. Like,
yeah,
because that's always been my concern with Biotish, that his injury's not gonna hold up long term.
He's been solid, but he hasn't been great.
Yeah,
but if you can get a guy like Linderbaum, who's about as sure of a thing as you can get at center, with his only downside as being that he can't play any other position. But like if you're getting a center for 10 plus years that's going to play at a high level, like I mean, I feel like that's plenty good enough reason to take him there.
Yeah. Also, one thing I should like throw out there, I feel like the last few years, draft analysts have struggled at rating centers. They really have. Like, Creed Humphrey wasn't the number one center on a lot of boards last year when he should have been. There were the guy the Saints took, was it Cesar
Ruiz?
Yeah, Cesar Ruiz has not panned out like we all thought he would. Garrett Bradbury really struggled in Minnesota, still struggling. There's a handful of guys. It's just like, what went on here? So I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is that I've been hearing that how great Tyler Linderbaum is all offseason.
I think he's a great.
And I do too. Yeah, so do I. I thought people were crazy to put anyone ahead of Creed Humphrey last year, but people did. The Packers took Josh Myers with Creed Humphrey still on the board, and it was like, what? Why? So, I don't know. I'm honestly a little bummed that Tyler Smith went this early, because I was really hoping the Bears got him in the second round.
Yeah.
Because at 39, I thought he was great value.
I mean, I don't hate him as a player. I just hate the pick. I just hate the value.
Yeah, exactly. It's at what was it, 24?
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
But I mean, good for him. Just gets life-changing money going in the first round. So hopefully it pans out. Like, I mean, we draft well, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, usually when somebody, I mean, I guess they just don't love Jermaine Johnson, because Cowboys historically, especially first round, they'll go best player available when a guy like Jermaine Johnson falls in your lap. That's usually like a surefire Cowboys move.
Yeah.
When somebody like that falls to you, you just take them. They did the same thing with Jalen Smith. They did the same thing with.
There's got to be a medical flag on Johnson that I'm not thinking of. If he gets picked here, we'll see. Because I have the medical stuff on these cards, and if not, we might just want to take a look at it real quick. There's Tyler Linderbaum.
So they were probably going to take him at 23.
So that's a surprise, though, because Baltimore runs such a gap-heavy, like they're the most gap-heavy team in the NFL. Which means that his issues with gap blocking might have been blown out of proportion if Baltimore thinks they'll make it work. Either that, or they'll go more zone run.
Yeah, I mean, I think they want Dobbins running zone, because Mark Ingram was more of a gap guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And with J.K. Dobbins hopefully going to finally be healthy this year.
Well, and honestly, it's one of the most interesting things about Greg Roman's offense. It's constantly evolving. He's not one thing. Like, he's had years where he's like exclusively zone field, it seems like, and he's had years where he's like running way more gap than everyone else. He just adjusts.
God, he's so good. They're showing highlights of him right now. He's just
he took down Tristan Wirfs in wrestling.
So smooth, so clean.
Yeah, dude. And he's that guy at the party who just pulls out the guitar and plays Wonderwall.
What's the coolest guy at the party?
Cool dude. So you look at his athletic testing. I mean, it's like what you said on here. Weight, length is lacking. His length is actually like some teams took him off their board based on his length because he just didn't meet the threshold that they want. But like, he's athletic as all get out. He's strong, consistent, technical.
I love
quick
him.
off the ball. He's quick with his hands. He's excellent hand placement, and which is what you need when you don't have length. You need to be hitting your hands in the right place fast.
Got to trade.
We got the Jets on the clock. Jets.
So is this their third first-round pick?
I think so.
Ahmad Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and now they're about to get Jermaine Johnson.
That's a haul.
What a freaking day.
Dude, this
what
draft
a day for New York.
Wild.
What a day for the Jets. Man, if Zach Wilson's worth half a damn, goodness gracious, they're going to be loaded.
Yeah. I mean,
they got a hell of a coach.
Yeah, they're coming up for Jermaine Johnson.
So they gave up 101. No. Jets, Titans. Oh, so hold on. Let me go back to that. So Titans just traded back again. So
yeah.
Titans, Jets get 26 and 101. So Titans moved both the picks they got originally to move back to 26. And then they get a second, a third, and a fifth. 35, 69, and 163. Titans are loading up on picks.
They had some of the fewest picks coming into the draft too, so I think it's smart. I think they're doing the right thing.
Titans were at 21, traded back. For 21, they got 26 and 101. And then they trade out of 26 and 101 to get 35, 69, and 163. That's pretty good.
So they got a second and a third and 2 fourths. Their 1 first-round pick. And AJ Brown, right?
Second, third, and a fifth for AJ Brown.
Okay. But that second is 35, so it's like I mean,
and that third is 69.
Hey.
So
man, so Linderbaum, his dad was a college athlete at Upper Iowa University. Kid from my high school played football there. And his family has a huge wrestling background.
And he bodied Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah, he was like an all-state wrestler. Tristan Wirfs has like 5 inches on him, and he just bodied him.
Yeah.
His comp, I had to try so hard to find comps for him that were not Jason Kelce. It was so difficult.
Yeah.
Everybody comped him to Jason Kelce. Everybody. I ended up coming up with Garrett Bradbury and Austin Blythe based on their measurables, because his measurables are pretty similar to Bradbury, which is a little concerning. But Bradbury, it wasn't as technical. It wasn't the wrestler background as much as Linderbaum is.
Yeah. No, I can't get over Tyler Smith.
I mean, I think he's a good player. Just some lost opportunity.
I think he's a fine player. If they get Jermaine Johnson right here, that's
J-E-T-S Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson. What a day for the New York Football Jets. Goodness
Jets. Jermaine Johnson, Jets, Jermaine Johnson.
They got 3 players out of Daniel Jeremiah's top 10 big board. He's one of the best. He's one of the best draft analysts out there.
Yep.
I don't know. DJ's board's the only one I know. What was he on your board?
19,
Um,
12, 11. Average. So
can we cut over to the big board, Cupcake?
I thought it said it on his player profile.
Oh, so its average is 13. That's not my board though.
Oh, okay.
That's just the straight average. For my board, let's see. He should have been top 10, I think. Can you scroll up a little? Yeah, there we go.
There. 15.
So he's 15 on my board.
Then Gardner was 9. And who else they get? They got Wilson?
Yeah, they got Garrett Wilson, who was 7. Ahmad Gardner was 4.
Yeah. You have Ahmad Gardner at 9 right here.
No, 4. Adjusted average.
Oh, okay. I was just looking at the numbers over here on the far left.
No. So
Aiden Hutchinson is 1.
The far left is their straight up average. Then it goes their best rank, then their worst rank.
I was talking about far left, where just the cell number.
Oh yeah, no. That's just cell numbers.
Yeah, that was throwing me off. Okay, so
Yeah.
Gardner was 6.
Oh, what the fuck?
Or
Jacksonville's on the clock.
4.
Jacksonville just traded up.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, they had a monster draft.
So Jacksonville's definitely taking Malik Willis. They just jumped the Packers to beat them to the punch to take Malik Willis.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Dude, so I had this thought earlier today when I was doing prep.
Who does Jacksonville? What is Jacksonville?
Jacksonville has somehow created a team where they don't need anything, but they're not good at anything.
They're just kind of good at everything.
They've created this team that's like, they don't have any glaring needs, but they're not very good at anything either. It's incredible. Like I don't know how you do it. They've just spent so much money on mediocre players that like
if they
conceivably okay.
If they come out of this with Karlaftis and Trayvon Walker, Karlaftis might be the better player.
Yeah.
But might as well
Can we go back to the player reports, Cupcake?
For Jermaine Johnson?
Like, yeah. Like, they need a linebacker, but like,
yeah.
I mean, I was serious. So I was going through players, like they didn't really need an edge. They have Josh Allen and Kalavon Chazon, who they just drafted in the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Kalavon Chasen.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess if you want to quit on him already, but like they don't really need a wide receiver because they just paid Christian Kirk and Zay Jones the world. Like,
well, there's not really a wide receiver here to take either. Yeah.
I mean, they could use an interior D lineman. Maybe they're taking a Devontae Wyatt. Like, Karlaftis could kick inside, like I was saying earlier, but not on running downs. They got the weight to cover on running downs, though.
I mean, this could be Devin Lloyd.
They're running a 3-4 now. They could use a 5 tech.
If they're running a 3-4, then they need an inside linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, so Shaquille Quartman is their other backer. Their main backer is Foyesade Oluokun, who they just paid a bunch of money.
They pay everybody. They don't care.
So Oluokun was actually playing well in Atlanta, I believe. So, like, he's a solid player. But Shaquille Quarterman, they could replace him.
They're probably going to extend Trayvon Walker tomorrow for $160 million guaranteed.
Just screw everybody again.
They're like, if we can't win, we're just going to sabotage the market.
Just going to take everybody down with us. Sink this entire ship. Hey. So, at 5 tech, they got Roy Robertson Harris, who's okay. And just paid Folor Unso Fadukasi from New York Jets. who's a big run stopper. He's real good, but Karlaftis could make sense as a 5 tech to start over Roy Robb.
I forgot they wouldn't pay Brandon Sheriff too.
Yeah, like they don't have holes, but they're not good. It's very bizarre.
I mean,
very bizarre.
If Trevor Lawrence is good, they might be good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, theoretically.
I mean, they have a coach that can coach his dick off. Like, I love their coach.
Yeah, Dougie P.
Yeah, I loved it when Philly fired him. I thought that was the best day ever.
Yeah, it was a smart move by them.
As a Cowboys fan, it was an excellent move by them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do here. I don't know why they trade back. Like they're not going for a running back. They just drafted a running back in the first round last year.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, they don't have very many holes. Somehow,
it's not wide receiver.
I mean, corner. I guess they could use a corner.
Yeah, who's on the board for corner?
They really need safety help, actually, but like, I don't think they're taking a safety.
Daxton Hill?
Maybe they're taking Daxton Hill. That could make some sense. Logan Hall could make some sense.
Weren't we talking about Daxton Hill going in the first round?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Daxton Hill. Our good friend Michael Rockman is not, but I am. I just love his versatility.
We don't all have to agree. That's okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, he watches more film than I do, so he knows better about what the guy can do now than I can tell you. But
I like Daxton Hill a lot.
I love his versatility. I love most safeties who can come down and play nickel or play on the back end.
My father-in-law
split safety or a straight single.
My father-in-law just texted me and said, "Can you please explain to me who and why the Cowboys just drafted who they did?" Wish I could tell you, Jim.
There's not a whole lot of it explain. Like, it was a reach. Straight up, it was a reach.
Oh man.
Grab fresh water.
This is a weird trade up here for Jacksonville. Pick 27.
The pick is in.
I'm guessing they gave up 33 to get here.
They must have. I mean, it makes sense. That's the pick that would make the most sense to move on.
33 and probably like a 7th rounder. Devin Lloyd.
Okay, linebacker. I mean, linebacker, like we said, it makes sense because I don't think a safety on the board right now. Like, I don't think of Daxton Hill as a safety. I think of him as he's a do-it-all. Like, he's all over the place, and he needs to go with the right defensive coordinator, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Malik Willis.
Oh, God. The Packers are up again.
Malik Willis still on the board.
Anyone have a brown paper bag? I think I'm hyperventilating.
Oh, man. Maybe they trade out again. Who knows? You think Malik Willis falls in the 2nd round? What do we have? Packers? We have...
Someone will move up at 32 to take him. Someone will take him for the 5th-year option alone.
Who has 32? Because Lions traded up earlier.
Yeah, I don't remember what they gave.
I can't keep up with these picks.
Yeah,
I know they gave up 32.
I was a fool to think I could run the trades. A fool. Karlaftis would make. Who did they take earlier? I should have been writing them down. Did they trade?
I think they traded. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they took a guy.
Oh yeah, they did. They took linebacker, Georgia.
Oh, Quay Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a solid pick for them. I mean, I can't imagine them going 2 defensive players. I hope they do. Just to stick it to Aaron Rodgers, but like.
So we got Green
Bay.
This
would make sense. Devontae Wyatt would make sense. Ojabo could make sense. I'd be worried if they got Ojabo.
Minnesota's sitting at 32.
They're gonna take Malik if he's there. I think
that is about as clear.
They're licking their chops right now.
Yeah, because they traded back twice.
So Jermaine Johnson, no red flags medically that I knew of, but he refuses to enter the state of Georgia because he heard that the devil went down there looking for a soul to steal. He's terrified of it.
Well, he plays in Jacksonville, and so he can't leave the state. Really, he can't leave the state driving. I mean, I guess you could go out towards Alabama and go around if you want to, but
I mean that's what he'll have to do if he's driving.
Yeah,
so
you either have to go out through Alabama or Georgia. That's the only way to get out of Florida if you drive.
Johnson's got the power to play against the run. He's a good run defender, but he also rushes the passer well. He's fast. He's big. I don't understand why he dropped this far, to be honest. He's not as twitchy as some of the other guys, but like he's a very sound player. One thing that I love guys who had to go the JUCO route because they had to work. They had to give everything at a young age, at 18, 19 years old, to even get the chance to be here. And he had to do that.
Sucks.
And he became a team captain after not being there for the first 2 years at Florida State. Like it's impressive stuff. Like that's some leadership traits that you can kind of find the writing between the lines on.
Yeah, JUCO's brutal.
Yeah,
most JUCOs have worse facilities. Like all the JUCOs around, like my hometown, I grew up in a town of 5,000 people, and all the JUCOs surrounding us had worse facilities than we did, and we didn't have great facilities.
Yeah,
our weight room was literally a barn.
To get through JUCO through to the D1 level and then to the draft, like to not celebrate and like let off the gas when you're at the D1, you got to have a serious mindset to do that from a young age.
From a young age, and the Cowboys passed on him for Tyler Smith.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So he didn't. Jermaine Johnson, he didn't perform agility drills, which is interesting when one of his knocks was lacking twitch. So, like, he's probably struggles in that area more than most let on. Like, he's much more of a linear player, kind of like I feel like Jadeveon Clowney was that way, like, or is that way. Like, he's very explosive, but in straight lines. He doesn't bend around the corner.
What about Devin Lloyd?
Can we pull up Devin Lloyd on here?
He's very good. Utah stayed for
I
next
need some
year.
Notes.
Devin Lloyd stayed his senior year at Utah. Promised his coach and his dad that he was going to win the conference championship. They won the Pac-12 for the first time ever his senior year. It's a big part of that defense. Led the nation, I believe, in tackles. Absolute explosive player. Very committed to the game of football. Seems like a guy that loves the game of football. I like Devin Lloyd a lot. I think this is a great pick for a young Jacksonville team because when you have a team that young, it's hard to find leadership, and being able to find a rookie like that can lead your defense. I think Jacksonville's trending in the right direction. So
one thing I should note here, he wasn't captain. That doesn't mean that he wasn't, like, some teams don't.
He wasn't a captain?
Captains. No, some teams do alternates. Some teams do no captains, So it's not always a flag when a guy wasn't a captain, but it's always a plus when a guy was a captain,
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know anything about his captain status, but just the way everybody I saw talk to him about Utah and the program, they were just
the only reason I mention it is because on the right side of the graphic, you see Captain N. So that's the only reason I mentioned it. That's not like you're talking the leadership traits. It's not like he wasn't a captain because someone else was awarded captain. It's because they probably didn't a traditional captain.
I mean, he could have been a first-round pick last year, and that's hard to turn down as a linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
he was barely one this year.
Yeah, exactly. And So, I mean, I like Devin Lloyd a lot. I like Nakobe Dean a little bit better.
Really?
Yeah, I just think he can do more. But
See, I like Quay Walker and Devin Lloyd more than Dean.
I love Nakobe Dean.
Like, I think Dean I think he can be very good in a role, but I just don't think he's as versatile in that role as the other guys are.
I just think when you look at Georgia's defense last year, Nakobe Dean obviously wasn't the most talented player on that defense, but he was the piece that held everything together. And I think he was like the MVP of that defense.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, he was very good. It's just
maybe not the best player on the defense. It wasn't the best player on the team, but probably the most important player on the team.
That makes sense. I can buy that. I think really some of his size limits were really what pushed him down a little for me.
But he just goes laterally so well.
Yeah, he does. He moves real well.
He understands the game at a level I've never seen before. Like the way I mean, it could just be when you have a defense that good, you can rely on instinct more and get away with it. That could have something to do with it.
The pick is in for the Packers, and it is not Malik Willis.
Devontae Wyatt's a beast, though.
He is, but I don't care. It's not Malik Willis. That's all I'm really.
It's not Malik Willis. But getting Devontae Wyatt and Quay Walker.
Which means that Aaron Rodgers' number one receiver is still Allen Lazard.
That's true.
That's a win.
They still have Aaron Rodgers.
And Devontae Wyatt, he should have been gone 10 picks ago. Plus, if it wasn't for some of his red flags with like domestic violence, family violence, some stuff like that. Yeah. So he's extremely talented. That's just the question that no one really knows. Like, no one knows the story behind that stuff unless you've interviewed him and talked to him about it. The charges were dropped. It could be from as far as from absolutely nothing to some serious red flags. It's just no one really knows.
Yeah, didn't they just lose their defensive tackle too?
Kenny?
No, who? Oh, they lost their edge rusher.
Oh, they cut Zadarius Smith.
Zadarius Smith, yeah.
Yeah, they got
Devontae Wyatt's a big old boy.
Yeah.
He didn't look that big starting next to Jordan Davis, but he's a big old boy.
He's gonna be playing 5 tech there for sure.
Yeah.
Like in that 3-4 front, he'll be their base end. Next to Kenny Clark. That's gonna be tough to handle, him and Kenny Clark together.
Yeah. I like Devontae Wyatt a lot. I like everybody on that Georgia defense, though.
Yeah. I mean, Devontae Wyatt would have been a perfect fit for the Bears, but I didn't think he was getting there, so I just didn't really think about it that much.
Yeah. The Bears probably could have had a couple opportunities to trade up here, but, I mean, I guess when you have as little picks they do, they'd be better off trading back tomorrow.
Yeah, they need to trade back tomorrow. So I just saw on the screen Devontae Wyatt doing a little dance. It reminded me something about him. He actually stole every single one of his dance moves from Kevin James' character in the movie Hitch.
So like classic.
Doing the Q-tip and like throwing it away, all that. Gotta throw it away.
One of the greatest cinematic masterpieces of all time.
So, I mean, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of Wyatt. As far as on the field play goes, he's very impressive.
How mad is Bill Belichick right now that Malik Willis is sitting here and he had to settle for Mac Jones last year?
I know. Watch him take.
I don't know. This is clear cut Karlaftis.
Yeah, I agree. This is Karlaftis all day, I think. But then again, Christian Harris. Christian Harris is for a second round pick. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's see the big board cupcake.
Big board.
Yeah.
The biggest of boards.
Karlaftis
like almost 400 players deep on this draft guide. This big board's got them all. If you've heard of them, they're on here.
Yeah, so I think this is Karlaftis. Patriots usually don't do anything crazy, but they are also historically bad at drafting skill positions. So maybe they reach on a wide receiver here.
So can you scroll down a touch, Cupcake? Let's see. So Daxton Hill, Ojabo would be a steal for them at this point. I think Ojabo is going to end up being one of the steals of the draft.
Maybe.
Ebiketie, too. I think Ebiketie's been very underrated through a lot of this.
Matt Corral.
Watch him take Corral over Willis. Why doesn't anybody want Willis? I'm shocked.
He's going 32 to Minnesota. Unless somebody trades up for him.
But why not 31? With some trade I'm shocked that he's still here.
I mean, Cincinnati kind of needs. I think Cincinnati will use their 31 unless somebody gets them good value.
I just realized I've been saying I'm shocked way too much tonight, but I have been. I'm blown away.
Shocked.
It's like Wichita State up in here, man.
Shockers.
Yeah, I think Karlaftis makes the most sense here.
And then Kansas City, the board's wide open for
Daxton Hill, man. Or actually, maybe Sky Moore. Daxton Hill or Sky. Who'd they take? Did KC take already?
They picked somebody earlier. I can't remember.
Yeah, they moved up.
Oh, yeah, because we were talking about on whether or not they gave up their 29. Trent McDuffie.
Okay, so they already took these. They're going to be looking for, I would think.
They've already made their Chiefs pick is already in.
Really?
Yeah. I'm looking on
So they're just slowing down our TV. Wait, so did the Patriots already get announced?
No. I'm just looking on the tracker online.
So the NFL's delaying this crap for ratings.
Well, there's delay. I think they have to make it to at least 10:30 maybe.
This has been fast. Teams are running up there with their cards. In the first?
Cole Strange.
Cupcake. Can you scroll down some more until you see Chattanooga? Cole Strange from Chattanooga. Or you can just put him in the player report. We'll see his average rank there.
72.
70. I mean, I love Cole Strange. I mean, this is a Tyler Smith type pick. It's a player I love who did not need to go this early.
Cole Strange. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Can we see his player profile? I mean, so there's been rumblings for the last week or two that Cole Strange was going to go earlier than anyone thought, and everyone thought that meant the second round because he was a third, fourth round pick when this all started. His worst rank was 114. I mean, he's a physical freak. His arms are average, which is average. Not the worst thing, but not the best thing. He's tough, physical. He plays bigger than he is, but he's got plenty of height too. As playing center, he's at 6'5". So that height can kind of hurt you with leverage though too. He's a very smart player. I mean, he's a Patriot through and through. Just that type of player.
Here's the Chiefs pick.
And so Cole Strange invested all of his liquid assets into word art, and it was not a smart investment. Karlaftis for the Chiefs. Okay.
They got Karlaftis with McDuffie. That's a good day for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's a very good day for the Chiefs.
Let's see. So who's up next? Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's pick's already in. So it comes down to Minnesota if they trade out or if they take Malik Willis.
My gosh, man. Can we throw George Karlaftis into here?
We've been talking about him all night.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Cole
I like
Strange.
Karlaftis a lot. I know Cole Strange, man.
It's strange. It's strange that he went when he did. Should
Yeah.
have known.
Yeah, I don't say. I would say that's the biggest surprise of the first round. That and Tyler Smith.
Yeah, I mean, Strange is a bigger shock.
Oh,
There were
yeah, for
rumblings
sure.
that Tyler Smith could go in the late 20s. It just wasn't expected to be the early 20s.
Well,
So
24 is mid to
Karlaftis,
late, but
also known as the Greek Freak.
very original.
Yeah. 6'4", 266 pounds, big old hands, big mitts, little below average arm length. Dude's explosive, powerful, not as fast as edge. He's not going to bend a lot out there, but he's going to stop the run, and his bull rush is just, he's strong. Like
Strong.
he's country strong.
Yeah.
Like we said before, he can play inside on passing downs. He can play outside on running downs. Bring some power. But he doesn't always know his limits. Like, he tries to be a speed rusher sometimes, and he's just not. He's not going to bend like that. That's something I think he'll get better at. The NFL kind of realizing that. And then against the run, he can get locked up because of he's not the longest guy, not the longest arms. And his father was a decorated track and field athlete at Miami, at the U, and then walked onto the football team. So he's got some good genetics. His younger brother is a player at Purdue as well, I believe. And fun fact for George here, he makes all of his own clothes. You'll never see him wear a throw he did not make.
And he's wearing a really nice suit tonight.
He made it.
He's got a really small face, too.
I'm a big fan of Karlaftis. Obviously, I've been talking about him all night.
I like him a lot, too. But that's a hell of a pick. Getting him and McDuffie, they're on your defense. They got to figure out receiver. They got Juju out there. But, I mean, there's going to be a lot of guys there in the second round for you. So, I think it was a hell of a day by the Chiefs.
Yeah, I feel like we said that for a few teams.
Jets won the first day far and away, I think.
Yeah. I've said this a few times. This year's draft class, I think, is going to be like the 2011 or 2012 Seahawks, where they just like completely altered their entire outlook. Like some teams are going to be like that this year.
Yeah, somebody's going to completely change their future. Well, Cincinnati's pick's been in for a while, and Minnesota's still on the clock. So I wonder if they're trying to trade out.
Probably. They're probably taking calls on it just to see what they can get at the very least.
Yeah.
Cincy. Are they going McCreary here? Are they going Dax?
Daxton Hill makes a lot of sense. The corner or the safety out of Georgia.
So they don't really need a safety, though. They got Von Bell and they got Master Bates.
They do have Master Bates. Forgot about him.
Like, I mean, I would think McCreary, if they can get over the arm length, I think, or was it him or Booth that has short arms?
I mean, do they reach on a guy like Dylan Parham here?
I mean, I don't know. They could use some offensive line, but they've also signed a lot of offense. They've signed like 3 new guys this offseason.
They signed Lyle Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to play tackle. They signed 2 tackles.
Can we throw back to the big board one more time? And we'll see what interior guys are still there. So go ahead and scroll up a touch. So that's good. They could go Bernard Raymond, They could try and put him inside. Like the interior O line, this is not a good range for interior O line for O line in general. It's a great range for defense. Like
they need a little bit of
Kyler
defense.
Gordon.
Jackson
Yeah,
Hill
they need some corners.
Jackson
Kyler
Hill
Gordon
makes a lot
could
of
be a
sense.
good fit. So like I think Kyler Gordon makes more sense though because he can play outside it or inside corner.
Yeah.
Or Booth if like the arm length is not an issue. Or I keep getting him and McCreary mixed up. One of them, the two, has shorter arms. Like
You think they go
very shorter arms?
Brees Hall?
No, I don't think they're going running back.
I don't know. The running back's getting kind of old. He's in there, fourth? Going into his fourth year?
Yeah. I mean, I just don't think I think they have bigger needs, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, if you go best player available, I mean, I think he's the best player on the board right now, just pure skill, talent.
Really?
Immediate impact type of guy. I love Brees Hall.
I don't know. I'd take Ojabo or Ebiketie over him. I'd take Travis Jones.
I mean, I think Brees Hall could come in and be like lead the league in rushing if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's not going to get that many touches. I mean, they do. I mean,
I think when you got Joe Burrow, you're not that worried about who the running back is.
true. And Joe Mixon's very good.
Yeah.
Maybe they go Nakobe Dean right here.
They got to go defense. They got to go defense. That's where the board is.
It could be Nakobe Dean.
It could be. I don't know who they got next. Logan Hall, is it their linebacker who had a monster game in the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Daxton Hill.
Dax.
Did you make the
all
bet?
right.
Did you make the first round bet?
I couldn't find it on our site. It wasn't there. I wanted it.
Minnesota's picks in. They didn't trade.
Well, it's probably Malik Willis, which I'm nowhere near out in Minnesota as I'd have been in Green Bay.
He's gonna sit 2 years in Minnesota.
I mean, that's fine. I just half the thing with Green Bay is just the constant. Like they constantly have this Hall of Fame caliber quarterback for my entire life. Since I was 2?
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, Jordan Love could still be that guy.
No.
Nah, we're not worried
Jordan
about
Love was never going to be that guy.
All right. Well, so who do you think? Daxton Hill, we kind of been talking about him all night. He's tall. He's rangy. He's perfect in that nickel spot. And he's incredible at Candy Crush. Top 10 player globally.
It's impressive. A lot of people play that game.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the most played mobile games in the history of the world. So it definitely has the determination and mindset to be a winner.
So I almost wonder, since he's going to go more dime with him, with Von Bell playing that safety / linebacker hybrid.
Yeah. I mean, I love Daxton Hill. I think that's a great pick for them. I mean, they're kind of set up to be good for a while as long as their line holds up.
His brother is Justice Hill, Baltimore running back.
Okay, I was about to say I know the name, but I can't think of what he's from. I was thinking UFC or boxing at first. I was like,
he's got one of those names, Justice Hill. Just sounds like a fighter.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a hell of a pick for them right there. Going to number 32, Minnesota.
I mean, if it's not Malik Willis, maybe Ebiketie.
man, do you think they'd really do that? They
I
need
mean,
so much.
they need a lot.
So
I think Ebiketie might be like the best player on the board right now. But so they got a new GM who's a big analytics guy, which would point to corner, wide receiver, or interior D line. They're switching to a 3-4 though. Logan Hall and Travis Jones play the 3-4. Logan Hall is a 5 tech. Travis Jones is a 1 tech. I think they've still got their nose tackle though. They don't need a note. Oh wait, I got notes on this one. Let me see. I forgot. My notes only went through like pick 20, but their initial pick was within that. Let's see. So yeah, they're loaded up at nose tackle, but they need 5 tech help. Logan Hall would make a lot of sense here. Corner, interior O-line, interior D-line were really their biggest issues. And on interior D-line, it was 5 tech. They have a bunch of guys there. They don't have any dudes. You know, they got DJ on them. They got James Lynch. They got Kenny Willekes. So they're a bunch of guys who can play, but they're not dudes.
Yeah. I had a bet that less than 2.5 quarterbacks to go in the first round, so this makes me very happy because it's guaranteed to hit now.
Yeah.
For the first time all night. So
beautiful.
They finally fired Mike Zimmer? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Zim Zam's gone.
Huh.
The sunburn baby is out.
The sunburn baby's gone, huh? So Kirk Cousins is out at the end of 2023.
I think so.
This is Malik Willis written all over it.
I think they can get out of it. Or no, I think they fully guaranteed it. I don't think they can get out of it at all before that.
Yeah, no. He's gonna have like 9 straight years of guaranteed money or something like that.
They could probably extend him and trade him though if they really wanted to.
Well, I mean, I would rather have Malik sit on the bench and build a team. Let go 4-13 with Kirk Cousins for all I care at this point.
Who is Kirk's cousin? We'll never know. Lewis Cine?
I told you. I was saying it. So
I mean,
Malik Willis.
They needed a safety opposite Harrison Smith. They had Cameron Bynum starting opposite him at the moment, but I'm shocked they didn't trade out.
LEW?
Yeah.
There we go. There you go.
I'm shocked they didn't trade out. Like, there must be some dirt on Willis, whether it's injury or something else that we don't know about. That's the only way I see this making any sense.
And Detroit traded 33.
Oh, wow. So Tampa's on the clock for the next, 18, 19 and a half hours?
Hey, Tampa could take him.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. I can get behind that.
The Minnesota picks again at 34.
Oh, my God.
So they could take him.
Man. The fucking Vikings. So Lewis Cine is convinced that all mailmen are Russian spies. He does not trust them.
I mean, I'm not convinced that they aren't all Russian spies.
He's on record telling them all to go back to Putin.
Yes. I love it.
Instinctive, aggressive safety, long player, long and fast. Very good tackler. He plays all over the formation. Very versatile player in general, as far as like where he lines up, and his coverage is lacking some, but this is like box safety role. He's the ideal guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's fast, he's instinctive, he's aggressive, he's a very good tackler, and he has enough range to play that spot. But he's not a guy you're going to ask to go play deep safety either.
Yeah.
Or at least he hasn't shown it on tape, if he is.
Yeah, so now that the first round's out of the way, you're 7 picks away.
I know.
Who do you like?
Can we go back to the big board?
7 short picks. Your future will be there waiting for you.
Okay. Let me
You have
think.
Matt Corral just sitting there waiting for you.
I mean, the Bears need a QB. This Justin Fields guy ain't going to cut it.
You can never have too many quarterbacks. That's what they always say.
Can you scroll up, Cupcake, to the top? I just
He wants to the top
adjusted
guys.
it. Well, I just took out all the guys.
Scene's gone, but other than that,
Oh yeah, I forgot to put Scene in there. Ebikadi is very. I really like Ebikadi. If he's there, I'm gonna have a hard time passing on him, and I'm probably trading Robert Quinn midseason if I get him.
Christian Watson's sitting there for you.
Yeah, I just have him at 43. I'd be okay with it, but like I would just be left wondering, should I have traded down? Or I mean, I don't love him at 39. His rank is at 43. I'm actually probably a little lower on him on rank than my big board, but I think he's probably closer to that 50 that his average number is. Brisker, I'd be really interested in Brisker. Ebiketie, Ojabo.
Y'all need another tight end. Y'all love tight ends in the second round.
Do. I like Trey McBride a lot more than I like Cole Kmet, but I just don't think it's good value. It doesn't really fill a need.
Travis Jones. Why don't you just
Travis Jones or Logan Hall could be okay. That's really what I want. I want to trade back. I just don't like the value for his biggest needs at O-line or wide receiver. The value just isn't really there that much. Like I said, I'd be okay with Christian Watson. I like Christian Watson a lot.
You know who would have been really good at 39?
Who?
Tyler
Smith. I know. But yeah, I'm hoping for a trade. There's a lot of guys here who I would be okay with, but I think the best value for the Bears is to trade down and pick up a third or a fourth.
All right, so where's Malik Willis going tomorrow? We got Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Tennessee. First 3 picks. You think he goes first? One of those? New York Giants 4, and Houston Texans 5th. You think he makes it past the 5th pick?
I think the Giants might take him.
I think any of those teams could take him.
I don't know if he would. I don't know if Houston would. Maybe they would. Because I feel like Houston's probably big on value in general. But
Houston,
I just have this itching feeling.
Houston drafted the number 1 quarterback out of this class last year. They just drafted him early.
Yeah, they did. That is what Davis Mills is. Number 1, QB1. I mean, maybe Houston passes on him, maybe they don't. I just don't think that the Giants pass on him if he's there. Is kind of where my mind is.
Oh.
Yeah. But so I think that covers it for our draft coverage. So
yes, sir. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day.
Yeah, tomorrow's a huge day for the Bears. I'm excited. God, I think the Bears might make 5 picks tomorrow. I'm very excited.
5 picks.
I mean, I think they'll make at least 4.
56 is my favorite number, so let's hope the Cowboys do something crazy.
Let's hope. All right. Thanks for joining us, folks.